Welcome to Black Love Matters, where this serves as therapy sessions for figuring out adulthood,
loving each other,
and find our inner Brock and Michelle,
or Jay-Z and Beyonce, or in this episode, I don't care what you black say, Omarosa. How you say her last name?
Manigault Newman.
What?
Manigault.
Manigault Newman and John Allen Newman. I'm about to be messy. Omarosa married John Allen Newman on April 8th, 2017. John Newman is a senior pastor. Oh, I didn't even know that. Of the Sanctuary of Mount Calvary, a church in Jacksonville, Florida. Shout out to all Black Love. Because on this Black Love, on today, we support everyone, right?
Where are you going with this?
And I don't care. I'm not going anywhere with this. I'm just saying we support everyone. Even Omarosa, even though she had coon moments. But I'm going to stand behind her. And if she has anything to do with getting this president impeached, anything to do with it, she's welcomed with open arms.
She's at the cookout?
She's at the cookout. She's at the bar. She's at everything she wants to be at. Okay?
You bringing her a gift for Christmas?
Because I'm 3 seconds from buying Unhinged. What's the name of Unhinged bitches? Unhinged hoe?
Unhinged.
I'm 3 seconds from buying Unhinged. Nero, are you going to talk about it or you want me to talk about it?
From what I hear, it's a page turner, and we're going to talk about it more in the pillow talk.
And I just thought we should highlight her, right? First of all, Omarosa always stay with a black man because she was with what's his name who passed away, right? Duncan.
Yep, Michael Clark Duncan.
They was together, and he loved that woman, and she loved him, right? And he had like an aneurysm or heart attack, right?
Aneurysm, I think.
Right? I didn't know this person was a pastor though. Omarosa, black women, we're very complex and we're very different. You can't put us all in the same box. And that's what Omarosa will not allow you to do either.
Oh.
Anything about Omarosa and John, and the pastor and first lady? I need to put respect on their names.
Omarosa's
a smart bitch, though. I don't care what nobody says.
More receipts.
Release more video.
Release more tapes.
Release more, please.
Stop dripping this shit out.
Everything she does is intentional, so I'm standing behind the drip drop.
Stop dripping this shit out and let it go. Nuclear button, nigga.
What?
Nuclear button.
Oh, I know what you were saying. Anyway, who is you?
I'm Nero.
And I'm Nyambi.
Welcome back, bitches.
We are back. Damn, Nero.
Oh.
So harsh.
Oh.
Welcome back, family.
Oh, we back, niggas.
We're so happy to be back. I feel rusty, but I am so happy to be back. Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Be sure to leave a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-star written review on Apple Podcasts and on Stitcher. Follow us on all forms of social media at Black Love Matters. That's Black with no K. What's going on?
Nothing. That's the sad part. I don't have no dramatic life updates to bring y'all. I literally for 2 weeks have did nothing. I barely was in meditation and prayer. I was just making it. I was going to work, eating too much, and trying to work out.
Oh.
Right? But, I was telling Nero about this too. All time wasted. Just because you, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't do anything, right? Mm-hmm. But sometimes you don't need to do anything.
Right.
And I think it was beneficial, right? Because Mercury came out that retrograde. I probably need to be talking on this mic anyway. So it was really good. One thing that I am blessed and highly favored about is the fall TV. Am I the only one excited about fall TV? Fall TV is about to kick up next week.
It is.
And y'all about to get some full episodes. I'm not sure when White Daddy and them coming back, but I'm sure it's soon. But American Horror Story start next week. Y'all know I'm a ride or die for the Good Place. Like, it's a lot of shows coming back on. You know what? I think I like fall TV. Not because of TV. Some of the blacks be like, I don't watch TV. I don't participate. And da-da-da-da. I think it gives me a routine.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like, I feel like it puts me in a routine at night about 9:30. I need to be settling on in. I need to have my snack. I need to be moisturized, like in my pajamas, like ready to go. Right? Compared to the summer, other days, like sometimes it's midnight and I'm sitting still in my work clothes looking because I don't know what to do. So I don't know. I'm excited about fall TV. It's going to be, super, super interesting. Weight loss is still going. It's going in the right direction, just slowly.
Tell us some more about it.
It's nothing to be told. I like food.
Okay.
And I like food more than moving. Looks like it. The way the scale's working. It's like I'll do so good. And then I don't know what happens. Like, it just takes so much time, dedication, and perseverance. And I'm just trying to hang in there, y'all. Like, I'm trying to give myself another 2 weeks before I'm the type of person who get on the scale daily. And I look at the daily fluctuations and Nero yells at me.
I don't know why you do that.
Because it keeps me honest, right? Like, seeing weight changes is like, oh, okay. Like even if it's like 0.4, 0.2, I'm like, all right, yeah. Like as soon as that scale go up 0.2, I'm like, that was that donut. Damn. All that stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm doing that. Work is good, right? Work is going good, but it's just a strong sense of privilege in the air. We're in a review season at my job, and so everyone is on 1,000. When I tell you they're on 1,000, they're on what, Nero?
1,000.
Like the privilege is so strong. Like I'm realizing I'm working with the overachievers, right? So they're really honestly getting caught up on the wrong shit. Like they're going back and forth between like 1-digit numbers, and you're talking about like these 1-digit matrices, right? But honestly, you don't have no impact, and that's what you need. Like, you know, fine, I'll give you the 1-digit matrix, right? So you did something a little quicker than you say than allegedly you did, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you really don't have no impact, right? And it's really hard getting them to understand that. Like it takes me back to my time in higher ed. Like it reminds me of working with freshman year students, and this is the first time they're getting graded in college.
You know, it reminds me of that meme where it says, you come home from work, the dish is done, but there's a frozen chicken in the sink.
Don't do this, Nero.
It do remind me of that.
How so?
Because it's like, but I got the dishes done, mama. But nigga, I asked you to take the frozen the chicken out the freezer.
But the chicken out. You ain't say when.
I told you to defrost the chicken so I can cook.
But the chicken, no, they be like, you ain't tell me to defrost it. You just told me to take it out. But what the fuck I have you take it out for?
Those dishes.
To look at it?
Those dishes ain't got no impact.
You know, I think it now that you bring it up, it made me appreciate my parents and just being an elder more, right? I remember doing that. Like my mom be like, had a chicken out. But it do have a different meaning when you work all day and you come home and they ain't did shit. And then you look at the sink and there's a frozen ass piece of meat in that sink. So what the fuck have you done all day? And what the hell does your dumb ass think we gonna eat? Man, me and my friends, we ain't even roll like that. Like we was lazy and sorry. I think that's lazy and sorry if you put a frozen chicken in the sink, right? Because I was too lazy to take it out on time, and you was too sorry to just like think of another solution. Me and my friends, we was just lazy, so we weren't sorry though. You know, y'all know the difference between lazy and sorry.
What is it?
Lazy, you shit on yourself. Sorry, you sit in it. Yeah, lazy and sorry. But me and my friends, we was just lazy, so we'd be like, oh shit, like we'll call each other and be like, my mama told me to take out this food, and she gonna be home in 40 minutes. And what my friends would do, we would put our money together and walk to the market and go buy it defrosted and put it in the sink. Just to alleviate a cuss out. And I think my mom knew, but she was just like, all right, well, if you're going to invest in yourself. Like, what do you say as a parent?
Because this is not the same brand of chicken.
Of course we're not that smart. We're not going to be that attention to detail.
I done got Trader Joe's chicken. Y'all done went down to Kroger.
It got the Farmer Jacks. Y'all remember Farmer Jacks? They got the Farmer Jack chicken, so we used to do that. But it's just working through that. So y'all help me or just send good energy to me because I can do it, right? Because in my past job, not my most recent job, I had to do it. I was dealing with little older students, but it's really just taking me back to working with like 18, 19-year-old students who like can't understand why they don't get an A+.
They want to meet with you at the class?
I don't give A+. I'm going to say this right now. In college, I don't give A+. The fuck? Look, you get this A-. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, so is that. And I think that's frustrating because they're getting great remarks, right? You're getting great, like, to the point where I'm like, I'm inflating this a little bit, right? Like, let's be real. Or like they're so caught up on like quantity instead of quality, right? So you do something really fast, but you be missing the mark.
That's what I'm saying. You wash the dishes, but they ain't put that chicken out. Those dishes ain't got no impact on dinner. And
meanwhile, I'm so caught up in theirs, I need to do my shit. If my manager do me dirty, y'all gonna hear about it. And I'm gonna turn right to them white kids. I be like, I want one more point. I don't have a fear of that, but it's just like I haven't had time to sit down myself and flesh it out like I want to, and it's like due in 48 hours, which is plenty of time, right? Like it's plenty of time, and I don't have any meetings this week, right? So, you know, it shouldn't take me 16 hours to write something, but I just want the headspace to be able to do it. Also, what's something unique about this company is not only do you do your assessment, which I think this is brilliant, right? You have to get peer reviews. Peers have to also review you. So after you do everything you need to do, you have to then send it to a group of peers to be like, nah, bitch, you tried it. On top of your manager review, right? So I'm just mentally preparing for that, and you know, but the privilege is just in the air. And also I've been doing like a lot of interviews, and I think what's discouraging is because I see the folks that are getting through with interviews and like they're okay, right? But it's just basic, right? It's like I almost can write their resume and what their experiences and their backgrounds are going to be, right? And I know that I have friends who are on the market, and I know other folks are on the market that like bring a badass like resume, depth of knowledge and experience, and would just shift the company that aren't even get a time of the day.
You sitting next to one.
Yeah, I am. But like that's the frustrating piece, right? So I then go have this interview with Becky, and I asked her about a time she failed, and she couldn't even get that out. For all of y'all that's interviewing, you should be able to identify a time you failed and what you learned from it. She couldn't even, like when I asked her what she failed, she looked at me like I was crazy. A time you failed, bitch.
Oh, I don't.
And
fail.
the thing is, I don't even think she named a time she failed. I need to go read my notes. Like that bitch, that ain't the question I asked you. That's the other thing. Answer the question that I asked you. Not about your sorority retreat. That's not a failure if it worked out. Or folks don't like when I tell me about an achievement, right? And then they go on this long stint about, saving dogs and people and feeding the needy and stopping Hurricane Katrina, whatever they did, right? And then I ask a simple question. Well, what did you learn from it personally and professionally? And how are you going to take that into your next role of problem solving ability? Bitch. And the thing is, I'm not even looking for a deep answer.
Right.
I'm looking for like skills.
I learned to push myself. I know
Empathy, communication, prioritization, innovation, brainstorming, stakeholder building, emotional, maturity, communicative, mature. And they still be talking about that. How many dogs they fed?
We fed 50,000 dogs.
And one, I think they be trying to give because they know I'm black. And I've learned there's a variety of dogs and diverse backgrounds. They come. I think I almost caught myself because somebody said something about diversity, and I was like, but I meant to keep the in my damn head. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like I meant to, bitch, try again. And then the last thing is, y'all know I be trying with the black children. At my workplace, one person sent such a coonified letter that I didn't know what to say, so I just hit delete. What? It wasn't to me, right? So I'm on the leadership team, and so they forward us and copy us in a lot of emails. And so this employee was leaving, and it was kind of their farewell letter, and it started off excellent. Where I'm like, yeah, hit it, boy, hit it. Like this me, two snaps, and then you know what happened? It was the second or third paragraph that I had to ding dong. Nia, you know what I'm talking about? Ding dong, and I virtually left. He said, as in the African black proverb, I forgot what it was, Mbuti. I don't know what the fuck it was.
I don't know. Don't say it exactly. The nigga might be listening.
Never mind. Never mind.
You never know who's listening to Black Love Matters.
I would know what to do. Look at me. Never mind. Disregard what I said. What do white people be saying?
Disregard last message.
Disregard. Never mind. Everyone I work with is great. Damn, you got to follow up. Yeah, because I'm about to go too in detail.
I know you was about to go
Maybe
too in detail.
in a few weeks, I'll come back to that story. But all y'all have to know, it began with an African proverb. And I'm virtually checked out. And I won't say what else was in it.
Jesus.
Who has an African proverb?
On deck?
In a fair... Who does that? Niram, we recorded.
Oh.
Like it was just so, and the thing, no, I take that back. You can have a proverb, but the proverb was just so related to black culture that I'm like, that don't got nothing to do with this, and don't invite them to think that they have anything to do with this, because if they get to reciting African proverbs around me, I'm gonna have a problem. I don't recite white proverbs. What's the white proverbs? Just called quotes, my nigga. I don't know. Thank you, Niram. That motherfucker listen.
You never know who's listening.
You right. Let me edit that down, and then I'll come back and let y'all know. But just know it began with that, and I virtually hit and I asked Niram, because I read it aloud to Niram. I said, "What should I say?" And Niram was like, "Delete that." Because what did you think I was gonna respond with?
I don't know. It was nothing to respond to other than deleting that. Delete that shit
quickly before I say something like,
yes.
What the fuck is this? I wanted to respond with a meme. What the Viola Davis mean? She getting her purse. And you get your purse and get up.
Right.
That's what I wanted to do. All right, that's all I have. But I really didn't have much. Like, as Neon was talking, I'll check in. Like, this was not a productive 2 weeks for me. Of course, we talked about stuff for the podcast. Like, we have new stuff and that ideas and things for that coming. Like, we got the house buying episodes coming up. Is that next week? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we're gonna do that.
I think we're probably gonna do back to school.
Yeah, so back to school next week, and then the following week is house buying. So we got a lot of good curated stuff coming out. But I just didn't feel. You ever just don't feel productive?
Yeah.
And that's why I didn't. Like, I also was in a little bit of a slump for the last few weeks. I'm just kind of coming out of it myself. So it actually was good timing to not record the podcast because I was in my feelings, definitely.
She surely was.
And I'm just coming out of it.
And we ain't talking about Kiki, do you love me?
No, I was deep in them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Other than that, what's going on with me? Well, I am in full swing of house husbanddom.
How you say that?
So I am doing all types of things as such. You heard the timer go off because that's the timer to let me know that I need to go make dinner for Niams.
Yeah, I like to eat every so many hours because I've learned, like, when I don't eat consistently, that's my snack.
So Niams worked from home today. Yeah. So Niram, baby, I would like breakfast, a snack, lunch, a snack, and dinner, and maybe some dessert or a snack, your choice.
Fruit.
And I'm looking like, what the fuck she doing home today?
But you didn't like that?
So she's here. She worked from home, and the alarm was to let me know that I need to go make dinner soon. So it's going to be a short podcast.
Before my blood sugar started dropping.
Before your blood sugar started dropping, you start eating all types of snacks and shit.
Yeah.
But health-wise, I'm in the full swing of marathon training.
Yeah.
Like, I am kicking ass. I'm taking names. I ran my first half marathon of the year on Sunday. It felt good. Something I had wrote, I don't know if it was in my Instagram. I think it was in my Instagram. It was that, I wish I could have said that I didn't know I can do it. But I knew I was going to do it.
Ooh, Bobo.
So that's out there.
Hey.
That's out the picture. Like, I knew I was going to do it. All the hard work, blood, sweat, and tears.
It's just a matter of time.
Time that I put into it, thoughts, prayers, everything that I just put into, like, training for this marathon. I knew I was going to do the half marathon.
Come on.
And I knew I was going to complete it. I knew I was going to complete it around the same time that I said I was. Because, you came and you was like, well, what time should I expect you? Yeah. And I was like, around like 3 hours, like 3 hours and 30 minutes. And I finished like
3 hours.
3 hours and 32 minutes.
And I came at 35. I was like, oh, he'll take a couple. I said, wait a minute. You done.
Right.
Yeah.
So, like, everything that I said I was going to do,
did it.
I did it.
It's something about manifesting, right? It's about naming what you want to do and claiming it and putting the action behind it. There ain't no greater power than that.
Yeah.
Ain't no greater power than that in anything that you do. But I think what you did well was be patient, right? Because you telling folks on the other side of the story, how long did it take you to get to this point from your injury to that?
I got injured, 2 years ago?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's the perseverance. That's the stuff folks don't be talking about when you in it, right? When you in that storm, when you navigating through. That's what we talk about, your chapter 1 versus your chapter 5.
Right.
Right? And you better come on. I ain't preaching, y'all. Y'all was teasing me last episode before we went on break. I was too preachy. So let me bag on up.
The folks like that. But on some real shit, like, I started training for a marathon or like marathon training in 2012. 2013, I ran my first marathon.
Yeah.
In 2014, 2015, I had like a series of unfortunate events, like 2 car accidents in 1 year that put me down for like a year and a half, come back, get back into running, and like injure myself again. Was down for like 2 years. Yeah. And, making a move out here to the West Coast, I was already training because you can only defer the NYC Marathon once. Mm-hmm. So, was NYC a bust for me anyway this year? But to add on additional races and just get myself in that mindset. Like, I was talking to Nia today, and he's like, so he's like, yeah, you ready for November? And I was like, well, I got a couple more races before then. And he's like, well, why do you even have, what's the reason for? And I was like, well, the thing is, I don't want to get too comfortable. Like, I still want to have that edge of, like, running a race. And for everybody else who's, like, been in it or don't been in it, it's totally different. Like once you're doing it, like the whole mindset is different, right? Like the way
I don't know anything.
well, I think about it like this. Like when I know I have a race schedule, say a month from now or 2 weeks from now, whatever, like I move differently. Like I think about my nutrition, like the way I think about the amount of food I put in my body.
Come on.
The different food I put in my body, the different activities I do.
We about to go vegan real quick.
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe. I think about, like, for example, the amount of alcohol I drink, if I'm drinking alcohol. I think about all those things. You know,
I'm sorry, y'all. Damn, hold on where you at.
Yeah.
If y'all need, I'm on a budget, right? Because Nyambi's holding down the household. So that means we can't buy nice things, aka Hennessy. If you're looking for a Hennessy dupe, go to Trader Joe's. I think it's called Claude Steel or Claude something. They cognac is only $18 for a fifth. Just get you some Chick-fil-A lemonade. And there I'm saying that because I had a shot. I had something to drink. And he was like, no, thank you.
No, but.
No shade. But I felt a moment like, oh, should I not be drinking? Go ahead.
But I think about all that. So like when I'm in race mode and when I'm like physically training, I think about all the other things that plays into it. And for me, like I'm intentional because for me it's all about the race. It's all about me getting there. Yeah. And it's all about me, getting to the finish line.
Discipline.
So the fact that I am thinking about that, the fact that I am training for races, the fact that I am added more races to my calendar before the race puts me in a mindset where I know I'm going to be successful.
Come on, Nero.
But other than that, it also puts me in that disciplined mindset. Yeah. Because if I didn't have nothing between now and November,
it's easy to eat Popeyes.
It's easy to fall off. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to be like, well, I got into November. Like, let me look at my little countdown thing. I got about 60 days right now. 60 days until NYC Marathon. So 2 months. So I can fall off. I can skip a workout. I can, skip stretching or yoga or anything else that pertains to that. But I think another thing that happens with that is that it makes everything else in my life fall in line as well.
Oh, now you telling the truth. That's where Nyambi's at. Because Nyambi is a big mess. Only thing I'm doing, I wouldn't even say the best. I'm probably doing 80% well as at work. Everything else is a clean 50%. Even from my hair. I still have the sewing in my hair.
Yeah, you do.
And I want it gone.
So I think all of that plays into all of that plays into me, my well-being, running, mind, body, soul, spirituality, all that stuff. Like for me, running, physical activity is like that grounding for me. Come on. And if I don't have that grounding, it's hard for everything else to
fall in line
because I don't have nothing to grind to.
That is so. Thank you for being transparent and sharing that, because I think that's what's missing with me. I'm like in my grounding, right? I have my connection with the Lord. Like even me, right? And this, I know for some folks they're gonna be like, sit down, Nyambi. But like I've been skipping church for the last couple weeks. Like I probably out of the last month I went twice out of the last 4 times, right? When most folks were like, that's 50% relaxed. But that wasn't me, right? When I was disciplined, I wasn't missing church. I wasn't missing devotional. I wasn't wishing the MLK event. I was just in the house of the Lord, right? And that was my grounding. And, the enemy tries to get you distracted and get you off kilter, right? And if you lose that grounding, that's what then trickles and domino affects other stuff. So it's really about finding what your grounding is. Thank you for reminding me about that. Now, what's y'all grounding? Like, what's something you have to do to stay in line with everything else? Because I agree, right? When I'm in church doing what I'm supposed to do, and we're gonna talk about church from this Aretha Franklin funeral and this toxic preaching, right? Oh my God, I was so disappointed. But it's something about that then made everything else fall in line. Be it meal prepping, washing clothes, spending time with Nero, calling my fan, like. Everything else had to fall in line, right? Because I was building my scaffolding around that. Compared when there ain't no scaffolding, I don't think I physically talked on the phone.
It was one week where I forced Nyambi to get out the house. I don't know if she went to church.
I don't think the only thing I went to was work and home. I did not talk to anyone outside of my workplace. Nyambi did not get a conversation. No one got a conversation with Nyambi outside of her workplace. Oh, maybe it was my birthday, y'all. My birthday started off rough. Like I got starting on my birthday. I just got a series of really, I'm not going to say bad, right? I'm not going to own that. Triggering emails and triggering phone calls. Yeah. That really just set me on this downward trajectory that I allowed to, right? They didn't. I have the control, right? I have to build my resilience muscle that I allowed to then shift my mood and my perspective. And I'm just coming out of that.
Yeah, it is.
And this is the second birthday I let folks kind of fuck around it. Because usually I'm not like Nira and Nia. Nira and Nia, they my guys, right? When they birthday come around, I start prepping a month in advance. I be more excited for their birthdays than they are. And that's how I feel about mine, right? Like I love my birthday. I always celebrate. But the last 2 years, when the date come around in August, I'm like, here we go, Lord. What we're bringing around. And like on the day. Wasn't that strange, Nero?
It was.
Like, on the day.
Like on your birthday.
But I think, I'm sorry to cut you off, Nero, but I think that's a word. And that's something that, as we going through this walk, y'all should ask yourself too, what is your grounding? What's your ground? What keeps everything in line? Like when do it begin to trickle and fall apart?
Yeah. Because I think for me, like being like an ex-athlete, like ex-collegiate athlete.
I'm like, you still an athlete.
I'm just saying,
collegiate,
though,
yeah.
like collegiate. Like it was something about, I think for me, like training to be like at the highest, I would say potential that you can be.
That's for anything though. It's not just athlete. It's whatever your thing is.
Right,
is it church? Is it reading? Like all that, or like all that. It gives you something. Yeah. It's resilience. I don't care what nobody says. It's resilience. It's going to make me go read that Sheryl Sandberg book again. Option B, I think I'm going to go dive back into that. Yeah. The idea of resilience and how to build that muscle and how to navigate through trauma and hardship because it just continues to happen. Just keep living, right? It's not going to be different, but I know a promise that I made myself on my birthday is really changing how I react to that, to outside. Like no matter what it is, good, bad, or ugly, really just stopping it at the door to say I can check my emotions on how I handle and how I navigate that. Like I'm really trying to get to that point.
Yeah.
Honestly, right? Because I think I still have moments where I fall instantly back in the trap.
Yeah. And it could just be one word.
One email, one phone call, like triggered right back where you started.
Yeah. Other than that, like it only took me 3 months. I'm finally getting to this swinging thing of like house husband thing shit.
Thank God.
This shit is hard, y'all.
You know what? And we try to be really a strong example and couple when it comes to gender roles. But going through this experience, we a lie. Because Jesus. Nero. Oh, my goodness. Just simple shit Nero want to do.
This shit is hard.
That I had to check him on. I think that falls into the under your duties of household upkeep. He looked at me like, oh. At first he was on some sorry nigga shit. I was like, oh, did you clean the toilet? He said, I cleaned it last week. You nasty nigga. If you can goddamn clean this motherfucking toilet. Just nasty nigga shit. Do you think I only clean the fucking toilet once a week?
Yes.
With 2 asses on it?
Yes.
No. Just nasty nigga shit. Should I name other nasty nigga shit? I just don't know.
It's not nasty.
It is nasty nigga shit.
It's just the way you
cooking
brought up.
food and after so many days, it either needs to go in the trash or the freezer. That's not the refrigerator is not just a cold storage bin. You just don't keep it there forever. Throw it out. Yes. You want me to continue?
No, thank you.
Oh, okay.
But like I was saying.
Dusting off the boards.
God, my damn.
Things need to be dusted.
God damn.
I said, Niram, have you dusted the baseboards?
Who the fuck?
That needs to be dusted?
What the fuck is a baseboard?
What is a
What?
Niram, it's about to be winter. You kind of clean out our vents. We in an apartment. Even more so.
We ain't got no vents.
Even more so reason to clean out the vents. Niram, you wipe down the window sills.
Who the fuck does that?
You sweep off the porch, Niram.
Yeah, I did do that.
Should I continue?
No, thank you.
Did you get the cobwebs from the corners of the patio in the front? That's upkeep of your home. Did you take things out the cabinet and wipe down your cabinet so the cabinet won't get dusty?
Just randomly?
Just rent, like you should do that. Honestly, you probably should do it once a month, but every couple months you need to dust that down because dust gets there, food falls, particles. Nasty. You know, time to deep clean the tub, not just spray it. Because then Niram get mad at me talking about you put too much oil on it.
You do. Shit.
First of all, we have hard ass water here.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do. It's not as bad as Mass, but it's hard. So I got all my Lush products, Body Buffy, and he get mad talking I just cleaned the tub and it's dirty again. That's what happens when you get in it.
Fucking oily from all that Lush product.
That's what happens when you get in the tub. What did you think I used to do before?
Well, I wasn't using the shit. You was using the shit, nigga.
Go ahead. Talk about how you getting adjusted to it. So all that said, I didn't realize how spoiled Niram was.
I'm not spoiled.
You didn't even know you're supposed to clean your baseboard.
Nigga, I don't even know what a baseboard is.
At the bottom, what I showed you. What you supposed to get the dryer sheet?
I ain't never seen you clean a baseboard.
Because you don't see everything I do. G's move in silence. And I told Niram got up early on Saturday. Thinking he do old black church woman, thinking he did something. He back in bed about 9-10. And I was like, he's like, I done got up clean this house and you still in bed. I said, you ain't clean no damn house. And he said, yes, I did. I said, first of all, I can't smell pine slaw and or bleach. And Anita Baker, the Clark sister, was not on the radio. So you did not deep clean this house how it should have been clean. What'd you say? Get back at it.
Type of bullshit.
Niram deep clean. It took an hour talking about the house deep cleaned. You ain't, nigga, you just vacuumed. But what are you learning there?
Well, you done took it all.
Go
took
ahead.
My joy away.
I ain't taking your joy. Tell the folks what you did.
This shit is hard. But I'm starting to get the hang of this shit. This house husband shit.
What do you enjoy and what do you despise?
One of the things I despise is how quick time moves at home.
Yeah.
Because like I'll go out, do my little training for my marathon stuff, come home, apply for a couple jobs, and then I look up, it's 2:00, and I'm like, fuck. Now I'm gonna be here in an hour and a half.
I think I'll be here in an hour and a half. I don't come until like 5:00.
No.
Sometimes that's a tip, ladies and gentlemen. I pop up on niggas. My mama taught me that. You always pop up at your house randomly. If you have kids or a partner, it ain't a distrust thing. It just keeps it spicy.
I say, fuck. Naomi will be here in an hour and a half.
One time I got near him so good back in Mass when I came home early for something. Maybe it was I don't know what I came home early. Maybe I was out.
Shit, nigga, you came home early about a month ago. I said, what the fuck you doing here?
I'm talking about when you was like the Loch Ness monster. I called Niram the Loch Ness because when I left early. It might have been to work. I think I was going out to do some stuff. Like I had a lot of errands to run, and I was like, I'm gonna be gone all day. He was like, oh, okay, all day. And Niram was like, oh, I'm gonna take time. I'm gonna be cleaning this house as soon as you leave. As soon as I left, he was up washing clothes, dusting, putting up dishes. He's like, yeah, it's so much work to do. I'll take care of it all, baby. And I came home maybe 2 hours later because I forgot something. I hear the keys unlocked. All I hear is, who that? Who that? And then when I come in, all I see is just black ass running across the living room. I said, what the fuck is that? Like the Loch Ness monster. He talking about, what you home for? First of all, I thought you were supposed to be cleaning the whole day. This nigga spread eagle on the couch, chilling, listening to music. I said, I thought you're cleaning. So ever since then, Niram don't know when I'm coming home.
Nigga can't take no break.
It looked like you was breaking it for a while. You was comfortable in the break.
I got hot. Got some pine saw on my clothes or some bleach or something. Messed up my damn favorite shirt. I said, just clean this shit.
Oh man. But what did you already say? So you despise how time go fast. What do you enjoy?
Sometimes I think I'm getting used to the silence.
Yeah.
Of like the house.
Yeah.
And like finally getting my groove of things of like, all right, this is the time I work out. This is the time where I come back and, do some job hunt stuff. This is the time I work on the websites.
Yeah.
And like maybe think about cooking dinner and things of that sort. But it's still hard. I'm still trying to get used to it.
Meanwhile, I still wash clothes because I'm funny and do majority of grocery shopping.
Because you're funny.
But I'm just saying, those are two things that take a nice chunk of time that I still do.
Mm-hmm.
So don't be acting like I'm sorry and I don't be participating.
Hey, nobody said you were sorry.
Okay, but I will call you out about that toilet. I say you gonna clean the toilet?
You see how Nyambi is still trying to outdo me.
I'm not trying to outdo you.
Yes, she is.
What I do that's sorry then when I come home and ask for food?
Yes. Listen here, Niram. This is your purview of a house husband.
It do fall into purview.
Your purview.
Even when I was at my lowest time, sad, crying every day, you still had a meal when you came home. Tears was made with it, but I did it. All right, what else going on with you?
Other than that, found a couple new TV shows. Well, I found one TV show, Snowfall. Snowfall is good as hell.
Is it good?
Yes.
I don't know.
It's on FX.
Who's directing it? What's this? I don't know. I just can't do no more black men and drug dealing and killing. And
Yeah, you just made me figure out who.
John Singleton.
Yes. Well, you already know.
I just remembered.
John Singleton created it, so it definitely gives you that Boys in the Hood,
Baby
growing
Boy.
the age type shit.
Baby Boy, L.A.
Yeah.
Is L.A. having a resurgence, or is it just because we out here we have more attention on it? Like black L.A. culture, that is definitely a culture. Like that is a culture to put respect on. Like they definitely have their own feel. You don't think civil rights black don't? I think civil rights black definitely have a culture out here.
They do.
Not even just L.A. I shouldn't say like just the Bay Area.
Well, you know,
So-
because like, yeah, because you got the Bay, you got Oakland, you got Vallejo and all that shit.
Yeah. It's definitely a black energy out here. It's like it's not as jagged around the edges as Detroit is. And I can say that because I'm from Detroit. It's a little granola. Like I feel like these niggas out here like go for hikes, like, but they still gangbang. I don't know. It's
Yeah.
just very
You said these niggas go for hikes and game bang.
like. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I feel like they drink wheat germ, but
Watermelon water and shit.
or like they the type of, like I don't be eating that pork, man. It's bad for you.
Right.
But nigga, don't you think guns, killing and stealing is bad? What? Too much. Okay.
So catching up on Snowfall.
We tried to watch Pose, but we can't find it nowhere. I so want to watch Pose. I was primed and ready to watch all the greatness of it. And on all the platforms, they won't let us watch it. I'm assuming it's going to come back later.
Yeah, we got to pay for it.
Yeah, or we just going to have to pay for it. But I was planning on watching Pose because I knew I was going to want to binge watch it. So I was like, let me finish the season. Let me binge watch it and just come with a whole review. For folks who don't know who Pose is, it's on FX. FX is killing it, ain't it?
Yeah.
Ryan Murphy, my favorite white boy producer, did it, and it's basically talking about like the ballroom culture in New York in like the late 80s, early 90s. If y'all need some reference, a good movie to watch to get some background about it is Paris is Burning. I think it's on Netflix. It's a really good one. It should be required reading and watching for black culture. You know, it's just sickening, right? It's about like just everything the ballroom scene. So like, you know, LGBT community, transgender community, they're talking about AIDS, HIV, like all that.
Yeah.
Bad silicone implants before they got in style, like with the girls, right? The boys and the dolls, whoever you want to say is doing it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I know it's gonna be good TV. And they also talking about and as this is going on, right? So as this Paris is Burning era, this really gritty era in New York is happening, right? Folks are coming there, kind of coming together because they create these houses that's really family. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to give too much away because y'all need to watch it and research it yourself. At the same time, the juxtaposition is like you have Donald Trump, New York, right? So this is like when folks in across America, not just New York, are making more money in being flashy about it, right? So then you get these really rich white men on Wall Street that have a certain taste for things that they're not willing to admit openly, right? And so then they're paying a lot of these women to then kind of come and do the damn thing undercover, but they can't say nothing. Like, it's just a very interesting dynamic. But the men are like, well, don't call me gay. And like, it's just, it's juicy. I would argue a lot of it probably still going on. Hopefully not as deep as it is back then, but I would argue it's probably still going on. And like a lot of these men, you know, it seems like one of two things, right? So they're either paying them very well to be quiet, right? And do whatever they're going to do. Or they're like really abusive, almost verbally abusive. They look for folks with maybe lower self-efficacy, right? And it's like this toxic relationship, verbal abuse, this weird co-independent style relationship that's going on. But it's something interesting about the ones that pay the girls off really good. It was the man from Law and Order. He always playing old nasty nigga too.
Yeah,
What's his name? Benson?
Yeah, Benson.
Benson always playing a nasty nigga from Oz to Law and Order. To Pose, like just old nasty slime. Like just he never playing like someone's father.
No.
Who does the carpool.
No, he's always playing that typecast role.
Yeah, he's playing like just nasty nigga. Like when I say nasty nigga, this don't got no color to do with it. It's just nasty nigga tendencies. Like what is that? I remember when I seen him in Oz, I was like, what's wrong with him? Because he keep playing the same. He play it so well. And ain't nobody gave him an award yet. And you know who right behind him on Nasty Dick Award?
What?
The boy who playing American Horror Story, Evan Peters.
Oh yeah.
He right behind him, honey. I said, God damn. Can you two white men play something nice? The thing is, they just do it so well that I'd be like, fuck, you're slime. Like that. When I see them, I identify not them as an actor, but to the previous people they played, because the people they played seem like they're all related.
Right.
Like they seem like all be cousins and brothers of each other. All right, Niram, what else you got going on?
Other than that, this is actually a call for help.
What?
I need y'all help, y'all.
What you need help with?
I'm trying to get an HBO Go password.
Y'all, we showed on. I ain't watched one Insecure yet. Ain't no passwords coming through this. Are people watching Insecure? We're gonna get it. We are gonna review it. We are gonna watch it. It just might not be in same time. So it might be a one. We'll wait to the end and watch all of them, and maybe we'll just do an Insecure episode. How about that, Nero?
Maybe.
I haven't heard that much uproar about it this season. Is it a lot of fuck shit going on, or is it build? It's still only 3-4 episodes in, so they still might be doing character development and building.
It's season 3.
Well, you know how they do every season.
No damn character development in season 3.
Yes, they do. They build it up of like what people going through, and it's like a lot of the day in the life type shit. Like it's nothing eventful happening, but it's just day in the life type shit.
Anyways, if anybody would like to slide,
but I've noticed
password.
But I've noticed
HBO Go or HBO On Demand.
Thank y'all. We appreciate it.
You need to slide that in the
If
email.
not, we just gonna wait till the whole season over and just do a free month and just watch it and then cancel. But it might be a minute till we watch it. It's gonna be to the end of this. But y'all let us know if Insecure going good.
Mm-hmm. Please let us know because we ain't seen shit.
I ain't seen, but not only he's not seen it, I ain't heard nothing. Have you?
Sometimes when I'm on Twitter.
Oh, but no, I feel like people usually be doing like responses and
think pieces and shit.
Yeah, I ain't seen that yet. But like I said, it's still early. The think pieces got to be coming. You know, Issa gonna hit us in the mouth with something. They got Issa and what's that other black man, Prentice?
I don't know.
Oh, alrighty. Well, that's why you don't got it, Nero. I'm waiting for the Shy to come back.
We gonna need a password for that one too.
The Shy? No. Oh, do we? I don't know. Well, stay tuned. I'm looking for the Shy to come back, and I'm still trying to get casted by Lena Waithe as whatchamacallit's mama. Papa's parents. Put us as Papa's parents. And we can do. I'm also open to, like, I know we want to go for OWN, but would BET be willing to let us be the podcasters? Like, something. But I'm worried about BET now because they canceled Robin Thede, and that was the best shit they had going for them.
They did.
But I am going to be tuning into the Bobby Brown story tonight. And you niggas should be. Or yesterday. Yeah, I should have said. Yesterday and today is a 2-part series. Make sure you're watching that. All right, Nero.
Got some pillow talk?
Of course. Where we starting?
Well, everybody wanted to know, because I put out on social media, like, you know, what
what did we do?
They wanted to know what we did. Not a damn thing.
Not a damn thing.
We sat on the couch.
We barely made it to San Francisco.
Exactly.
Or San Jose.
Oh, but something did happen though.
What happened?
We made it to Essence.
Yes! How did we forget? Child. Never would have made it. Never would have made it without you. I would have lost it. That was a positive thing that happened.
Yeah, it actually happened on your birthday.
That did happen on my birthday. Like, that was the thing. That's the last thing I got before I closed my eyes last night. I seen that. For all of y'all who liked, shared with your friends, you left comments, you did reviews. Thank you so much because I had something to do with it. I was so excited. We was in Essence, y'all.
We was.
One step closer to the Essence Fest. Name it, claim it.
Yeah.
We don't even got to be a big one. Like, we don't got to be with the read. Like, all I need is like a little tent. And some tickets. Because they don't know about the Black Love community. We can do this. We'll even do a brunch. You can put us early. You don't got to do us the young kids. We don't need a 9 p.m. show. Put us at 10 a.m.
Get us brunch.
Yeah. Actually, 8. That's fine. We'll entertain y'all niggas early so I can go see the main recorded later. How did you feel about that, Niram, though?
It was good.
Like, what was the name of it?
5 Black women powered podcasts about relationships, sex, and dating.
Like, you in it too, though, Niram.
It's Black woman led.
Why you say it like that? How do you feel about that?
50%.
I think we're shared.
50% of the podcast is you.
Okay.
So yeah, it is a Black woman podcast.
Okay.
Just as much as it's a Black man podcast.
Where the Black niggas at? Y'all ain't listen. Oh, that's why they ain't here. Where the Black gentlemen?
But also, I keep going back to there's no male version of Essence or Ebony for black men.
You're right.
So
There's no GQ.
there's
Black
no
version.
there's no black version of GQ.
GQ. Why not? Why isn't the name Dapper or Swagger?
I don't know.
That
So
seems
that's
like
something-
low hanging fruit.
I think that's something to be said, right? Like we used to have the hip hop magazines, but I don't know.
But hip hop is not equivalent to like a Essence, right? Like, Essence is a lifestyle magazine.
Right.
Hip hop is a very niche, like
Right.
that'd be equivalent to like a Rolling Stone or Billboard magazine, not Essence.
Hell, it's King.
That's equivalent to Playboy.
Oh,
Wasn't that a stripper magazine? Or did they? I shouldn't say.
that's what all the video.
Y'all better
vixens
not come
were.
drag me because we have an episode about this. We dragging a lot of people. And y'all just taking people along for the journey unnecessarily. I see how y'all came for Louis. It was a little funny, but y'all ain't had to do all that.
Who was Louis?
I'm not doing this. She's a influencer, and she got drugged because I don't even think
You
Tevin
talking
Campbell
about
didn't even.
Lovey?
Oh, what did I call her?
Louis.
Whatever.
There you go, messing up people's
What?
names.
I'm sorry, my apologies. She talked about Tevin Campbell, and I know who Tevin Campbell was. Then Black Twitter came with all their ancestry receipts and just they. At first, I thought it started off as a playful dozens, and that's why I was like, oh, everybody just taking jabs, but then it transformed into something big,
Gotcha.
and then it turned into like this wasn't even Lovey. This wasn't even Lovey no more. Then it came to the Africans always talk about the blacks culture and use it. I'm like, oh shit. I said, wait, y'all. I don't know if she meant that, but that's underlying. That's under the surface, beloved. As a community, we have some stuff we need to unpack
True that.
between relations between continent black, civil rights black, Caribbean black, Latino black. Like, we all got our shit that we going through, right? And we all got unspoken shit we ain't saying. We all black, right?
Yeah.
But I think depending on what part of the diaspora you come from, you have a different lived experience. And sometimes we're just not informed about those lived experiences. And sometimes we play the oppression Olympics, but that's not this episode.
Right.
And I think that came out on Louis. And
Lovey.
okay. And she took the brunt end of that, where the wealth could have been spread a little bit broader.
Gotcha. But back to what I was saying, but there's no premier like black men's publication.
Is there any online? Is it so? No black men are writing.
No, what you got like,
Diddy
But-
don't got nothing.
but that's the thing. Like I wouldn't because I think
Enterprise?
about all the black publications. So you got like the Root,
Yes.
Black Entrepreneur, Enterprise, and things like that. But that's not
No, it's
like
black women. It's black
man,
women. Yeah.
black male focus.
Wow.
Like Essence is. Like Essence is.
Why don't you and Nia
or
get on that?
Ebony is a premier
Black
publications, black
Black
women.
women.
Yeah, for black women that look at needs and wants of black women.
You would think the creators of Essence, what's his name? Chakra. You know who did Shea Moisture? That guy. He would have a mirror company.
You would think so. So, and I just don't know.
Huh.
Is it if there's not a demand?
You niggas not reading?
That's the next thing. Are black men not reading?
But even online.
or is it perceived as black men don't read?
Ooh. Yeah. I even flip it. So if we're thinking, when we think about black men, I think we're thinking of the traditional heterosexual black men, right? I would say, why is there not even a market for gay black men in their magazines, right? Like, and I know there's magazines that are specifically for or targeted to the LGBT community, but again, I think it's the community is a large, right? It's not gay black men or black men, right, in the LGBT community. I think that would be fire,
Yeah.
honestly. Nia, get to work.
But it's just something interesting about that. So,
I think it's needed.
yeah.
And I think if you do the black men, though, but I would like to see it open, welcome, and affirming of all backgrounds, right?
I
So
agree.
gay, straight, religious, and no matter the religious background, social, economic. Like, I want to see all of that in the magazine. Although Essence don't do it as much as they should, but
But still, like,
Yeah.
it's a publication.
yeah.
So, like, when it came in Essence, and it was 5 black women powered podcasts about relationships and dating
They ain't even
and
mentioned
sex.
niggas.
Like, I wasn't tripping because it's a women's magazine.
Yeah.
And everything they do is going to be women's focused.
Interesting.
So,
didn't
like, when
really
I
think about
seen
that.
it, I was like, oh, well, cool. Kudos to Nyambis. You know what I'm saying?
If any of the listeners out there, please let us know if we're missing it. If there's maybe a up and coming one, magazine or a website that we don't know about that's just focused on black male lifestyle, like
Yeah.
lifestyle blog, not blog,
Magazine.
be it virtual or hard copy. Let us know
Yeah.
because we should reach out to them. Who else was on the list? Were we in good company?
Well, first, shout out to Lauren Porter.
Lauren. Oh, she was the one who wrote it. Thank you, sisters. You listen to Lauren. Hey, girl.
Hey, girl.
Hope we ain't too crazy.
But we had some good company. So you had Nicole Byers.
Nicole Byers.
Why don't you date me?
She was the one who's talking about, I be giving these good blowjobs and people don't want me. I'm like, oh, this is me with sis. I don't know why they don't want you.
Niggas do like a good head.
Oh, come on.
And then it was us, and then it was what is it?
Dating NYC.
Dating in NYC,
which is definitely a subculture.
Yeah.
I've heard horror stories about and I have horror stories about not Atlanta. Yeah, I have, but for different reasons. But I've heard horror stories about dating in New York and horror stories about dating in Texas.
Yeah. The other one was bonnets and do.
Bonnets and do-rags. You don't really wear do-rags though, Nero's.
What? Cause I don't care about waves.
Oh, okay.
Getting grown.
Oh yeah, I've heard Getting Grown. They've been out for a while, haven't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Well, no, they actually started.
Around when we did.
Yeah, because they just had their 1 year anniversary, I believe.
Oh, well, that's what's up. Well,
Yeah.
thank y'all again, because without y'all, we wouldn't never been able to do this. So
Right.
we appreciate it. Hopefully, it's the beginning
Yeah,
of the first of many.
it is.
In essence, we don't need much. Actually, we don't even need a tent. I don't even know if we need chairs. Our Black Love community, we grown. We'll bring our own seats.
We gonna be like what is it like dinner and Blanc?
Yeah, dinner in Blanc. It's gonna be dinner in El Negro. No. Dinner in Black.
dinner and Black.
Yeah, just bring your own shit.
Dinner and Negro.
Bring your own pies. Bring your own seat.
Dinner and Negro. We dress in all black.
Talk
Black
about black
tablecloths.
things. Everything is black.
Popeyes and Kool-Aid.
Shut up. And then we're gonna have to leave early because we either need a nap or get ready for the concert.
And niggas gonna be playing spades and dominoes.
Come on. All right, now what else check in we got?
Dinner and Black.
I mean, what else? Pillow talk we got.
So yeah, shout out to them.
Thank you so much.
I think another thing that Nia mentioned is that, Niram, you got 2 websites that's been in national publications. I said, yeah.
Whew.
He's like,
Look at God. Well, is he whispering,
I don't know what he doing.
speaking, or yelling?
I don't know what he doing.
Because prosperity is a bad teacher. What is we trying to
I
learn?
don't know what he's doing, but I'm keeping my head down and I'm hustling.
Come on, don't stop. Nice.
What else do we do? I know what I did.
Oh, what did you do now?
Y'all need to go check out Emmanuel Lulu Moss.
Who is this?
He is the motherfucker that has been doing a live
What is
reading.
his name, Nero?
Emmanuel Lulu Moss.
Lulu, Lulu.
Yes, Lulu Moss.
Niggas.
This nigga has been doing live readings
Okay.
of Omarosa's book Unhinged.
Stop.
His YouTube name is Secretary of Shade.
Stop. You know what I watched? Maybe, I think the prologue, and it was about 20, 30 minutes, and it was good. He's the one who got me interested in wanting to buy this damn book.
This nigga here,
It's hilarious.
first of all, he's hilarious, and he be dropping that knowledge, and he be tying that shit back up to present day shit.
How so there? What are you talking about?
It was like one of them. Let me see if I can pull this shit up.
What? It didn't reach you going on your phone.
Yes, I'm going on
And
my
checking
phone.
it out.
Because that nigga be dropping knowledge, y'all.
Okay. Wait, you about to play him?
Secretary of Shade.
Yeah. What do you hit him?
I had to assume something or someone stopped it from happening. We got through the election and hadn't heard a peep about that tape
He
again
reading from the book.
until now.
What?
Speculation about the N-word tape had become intense again.
What
And
N-word
I was
tape?
determined to get to the bottom of it. When I first heard about the possibility of Trump using the N-word a year ago, I was highly doubtful that it existed. Bitch. See, this is where I check out, bitch. Like really, bitch. But anyway, my first thought was to protect the candidate about something.
That nigga.
Oh, so he going deep. So he's breaking down paragraph by paragraph.
paragraph by paragraph.
Is he through the book yet
of
or no?
Everything that she
She
said,
said.
and then tying it back to
Like what's
shit that
happening in the
happened.
media.
Yeah.
He's coming with the receipts. Well, first of all, Omarosa deserves the award for receipts of the year because she has not stopped. Everything she said, she has produced a receipt on.
So if y'all want some good entertainment and a good laugh, I think he on part 8 now.
Oh, he's that's what he's literally
Like he's
going through
literally
excerpts.
reading the book, and then he's like going through and giving
His own interpretation.
dialogue and interpretation.
Oh my god,
This nigga is on something.
he is on this. Well, any book, right?
Yeah. Right.
Oh my god, I love it.
So check him out.
Emmanuel Lulu Moss, and he's called The Secretary of Shade on
On YouTube.
YouTube. Thank us later.
Yes. And so that's what we did.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I did.
That's it. That's
That's
2
it.
weeks of work.
hmm
We gonna do what we gotta do. We gonna talk about this film.
Is your living in vain?
Boom, boom. It was Detroit.
No.
It was Detroit. That's all I can say. It was Detroit, all those pink Cadillacs. First of all, white people were sick. It was a lot of hating ass white people. They're like, this was just so much. Just because McCain funeral was boring as balls does not mean. Rest in peace, right?
Mm-hmm.
R.I.P., right? Thank you for being the PWI. Thank you, McCain, right? But just because it doesn't reach the white standards or used to what you're used to, right? It's boring or it's over the top or, you know what I'm saying? Like, I hate when white folks like, ain't nobody ask you about that, right? You ain't hear me talking crazy about McCain until you came for Queen Riri. Right? Stay in your own fucking lane. This is a cultural thing. Because what black people do, what we do well is mourn. When we lose people, mourning is a culture. Don't you think?
Is it all in
Because this is
vain?
celebrity, right? But I think of like just personally, like even when you lose family, like it's a process that you mentally prepare yourself for. Like you mentally have to get into the state of mourning. And no one talk about the Jews when they're going through Shiva. What, Shiva 7 days? When they got to sit in, like nobody come for Jews for that, right? But the blacks, if we have an 8-hour funeral, that was.
I show up in my funeral with 130 pink caddies.
Where do we begin with this, Nero?
The
The Cadillacs?
We can start off with the 3 outfit changes in death.
Oh my goodness. Now that's something I've never been a part of, and that might not be my ministry.
Let's start off with the full casket open.
Can we talk about the
with
full
the legs crossed with the Louboutin zone?
Oh my God, I got chills. Can we talk about the outfit change? Is that a new cultural thing? So are the blacks, are we adopting that? I'm not sure how I feel about that one. Because what do you do with the outfit after?
You put that shit on eBay and you sell it.
Well, that's Aretha Franklin, right? So I guess they can't go to Smithsonian,
Museum or
right?
something, yeah.
But I'm talking about us
And the
normal
Detroit,
blacks.
The Detroit Museum.
Yeah, what about our normal blacks? I don't know if I want Amy first funeral suit. And I don't know how I feel about giving that to the human. I'm sorry, not the human. The what's it called? The society. Where you give the clothes? The
Goodwill?
The Goodwill.
Well, first of all, you
I don't know how I
feel.
feel about that.
But
I'm talking about normal blacks.
all right, so let's keep it a buck because people, because you acting like they got our ass standing up and put the shit on there. That's not how funeral stuff work, baby.
Niram, I know how funerals
They
work.
cut the shit right down the middle and the back, and they put you in there and they tuck it in the bottom.
Yeah, I think
So
that's
it's
what they
not
do
even
for
can
normal blacks. I don't think they did that for Riri. That suit was too tailored.
Because all they got to do is tuck it. Tuck it.
So you telling me if you lift it up on the side, you can see meat?
Yes.
Oh my God, I don't like this. Nero,
Yes, that's how they do. They cut the middle right in the back, and they just put it on them, and then they tuck the rest under the body.
I don't know if I believe that.
Okay.
What? So you telling me people got a half a suit on in there?
Yes.
I don't like that.
Because how else they gonna get it on them?
You lift them up and you.
They ain't gonna lift nobody. No.
That's
they,
what you got the things for.
They cut that shit right down the middle and the back, and they just put them on them.
I gotta have to rewatch. It's a PBS documentary on Nova. It's called Homegoings, and I think I'm gonna have to rewatch it because I think I remember them seeing them lifting somebody up and showing us how to put on there. Does anybody have funerals in their own funeral homes, or understand this? Because I'm talking about they just paper mache their ass, and I don't think that's what they do.
That's what they do.
So Niram, you're saying that they cut the back of the suit out and they just
Yes.
throw it on top of her.
They just split it right down the middle, and then lift the arms up.
Oh, and then slide it.
down.
Okay, I'm thinking of
And
cutting
then
maybe the
they
wrong
tuck
way.
it in
Okay,
under
okay,
them.
that makes sense. Okay, I don't know
Or
what
they
I was
roll
thinking.
their ass over and then safety pin it together and then roll their ass back into the casket.
That is a ministry that I cannot do. Shout out to all the folks who work in funeral homes and embalming, like undertake. Shout out to y'all. Oh, okay. What was I saying? Niram, you done got me so thrown off by these outfit changes. So even with that, so the funeral home just throw any outfit out?
I don't know what they're gonna do.
That's what I'm saying. They're gonna give it back to the family. And what I'm gonna do with this half a suit?
They're gonna sew it back together. Oh my God. And give it to a museum.
I'm talking about regular blacks.
Well, regular blacks can't afford that
Outfit
shit.
changes.
They can't afford 3 outfit changes. First of all,
Somebody gonna ask. Someone's gonna try to innovate. So that's one thing. Other thing we're gonna keep a buck about. I don't know how I feel about viewings with the whole casket open.
why?
They make me uncomfortable.
Why?
I don't know, and that's a very black thing. White people, we didn't even see McCain.
Can I?
We didn't. It wasn't even an option to. I don't know if he in there. I don't.
Can I tell you a secret?
What?
When I was younger
Yeah.
and I went to my first funeral, I thought they just cut half of the body
Jesus.
and
Trauma.
they just had that first their torso up.
So what the hell was the legs at, Nero?
I thought they just threw it away or something.
In the trash.
Yeah.
When did you learn different? At Aretha funeral.
No.
At Aretha funeral.
I think I learned at my brother's funeral.
Okay. Would
Well-
you peek? Because a lot of times when that other casket closed, they had that little. You can't even see. Even if you lean in, you can't
Right,
see
you
down
can't
the casket.
see there.
Yeah. Because I'd be all in.
But for my brother's funeral, they, family's extra. So
Y'all had it open, both of them.
no,
Mm-hmm.
the thing is, we was trying to close the casket. Families don't supposed to really close the
No,
casket.
a professional should
But
close
they closed it wrong, so they had to lift up both sides.
it.
and
Even
then
it to
even
seal
it
it.
out. And that's when I learned that the whole body was in there.
What did you say in your head?
Oh shit, the whole body's in there.
So I don't know how I feel about the open casket, the whole open casket,
But for a long time, well, from 0 to 10,
0 to 33.
I thought they just cut half of the body.
The hell is wrong with you?
I don't know.
You ain't think to ask nobody.
No, I was young.
You just came to your own conclusion.
Yes. That's the reason I thought they just only showed half of the body.
That's why I find it hard to believe about these clothes. Because you ain't asked nobody. So you're completely okay with both sides of the casket being open. That's definitely is it because I think this is an other wives' tale that some folks don't have shoes
Yes.
on? Is that a wives' tale or does everyone have shoes on?
I don't know.
I remember folks saying like you don't keep the other side of the casket and can't nobody see the shoes. Is that like a socioeconomic thing? Y'all let us know.
But Riri wants you to know that she was going in there.
Okay, let's get back to a Riri. I'm getting to a
With-
dark. I'm going down to a dark rabbit hole
Louboutins.
with them Louboutins in the cross, and the ankles was crossed.
Yes.
Yes. And shout out to the Deltas. They did it. They did their thing.
Mm-hmm.
When she was in the all red, they had her dedication ceremony. Shout out to the Deltas. Shout out to the Reds. They did that.
Yeah.
That was good, and it was a 3-day viewing at the African American Museum, which was beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Why at Shane Park? They did this whole. What the
Like
hell
tribute.
was that? Did any of y'all go? I watched some of it on TV, and Johnny Gill was a mess. Rah rah, and I'm gonna rah rah. I said, "What the fuck is that?" I said, "Turn it off." Turn it off. What is Johnny Gill talking about?
I don't know.
But it was just interesting. See, and they renamed Shane Park after Aretha Franklin.
Mm-hmm.
It was just good to see. It made me miss Detroit. But yeah, you want to get through just briefly some of the performance. I'm sure you already heard this. Ariana Grande. I don't even know if I want to speak on this because I don't know.
I thought
What
this
all
was-
done happened? First of all, y'all was teasing her for so many things. For some of y'all was shading that while she was there. Y'all shouldn't do that. That was Riri wishes for her to be there. It don't matter why she was there. Y'all niggas
Second reason she wore that
short dress.
that short ass dress.
Knowing some of y'all done went up in revival with 10 times worse. So have a seat.
Some of y'all was hating on her boyfriend, thinking that that nigga sick.
He is.
Oh, that's just Nyambi.
He is. He don't look sick to y'all. I was gonna have the Reverend pray over him. And then third of all, or we on the fourth of all now, when they say the pastor was touching on her titties,
He did kind of.
I didn't see. I haven't
The
seen
way
it,
he
and I don't
wrapped
plan
his-
on rewatching it.
The way he wrapped his arm around her did kind of got
Yeah.
a little side boobage.
And he continued. Did she look uncomfortable? I mean, she always look uncomfortable. And
At least he apologized though.
Did he apologize?
Yeah.
Okay, then. Okay.
Because he's like, I hugged everybody up there, and I wasn't trying to.
He apologized. Did Ariana say anything about it?
Nothing.
Okay, then. So she didn't take it too personal. Y'all niggas took it. The Twitter CSI went to it.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, that's one. Y'all niggas was doing a lot. Where else we're going to start with? Fantasia. Jesus. Can she just come out with a gospel album?
I know when she took those shoes off.
And just save all of our souls. We're quickly going through this. Clark Sisters. Duh. We told y'all niggas. And I don't know why y'all had Twinkie all in the back on that organ shouting.
No microphone,
Twinkie
no nothing.
is I stand for Karen, right? But Twinkie on that organ? Jesus. Twinkie. All I got to say is Twinkie. He was hung up for my hang-ups. That's the new research for y'all to go do. Go listen to He Was Hung Up for My Hang-Ups, the top Easter song at all black churches. I love the Clark Sisters. I told y'all about these Clark Sisters. Nairn was on Twitter spelling the Clark Sisters' name wrong.
It was autocorrect.
I said, there's no Ian Clark Sisters. Don't you ever almost cuss. Don't you forget it.
It happened so quick. Like, it was autocorrect, and I did it, and I hit send, and I was like, fuck it.
What else, Nairn? Like, it was good. Like, I have to give a little bit of a prop to Michael Eric Dyson. Did I say it in the right order? Or is it Dyson Eric Michael? It's so many first names.
Michael Eric Dyson.
Michael Dyson.
Michael Eric Dyson.
Because y'all know how I feel about him. But he was decent, right? I had to get up and shout when he was talking about Fago and Verner's in the Coney Dog when me and Jesse both stood together.
Y'all niggas ain't from Detroit?
When he ain't say niggas. We both stood in unison when what's his name?
Michael Eric Dyson.
I would have called him Michael Jerome. Start talking about the ministry of Coney. Me and Jesse stood. Second, where was Jesse Jackson going?
I don't know.
Why does Jesse Jackson have to be on that pure? He has done enough.
Face. I hope somebody made a meme of Jesse Jackson's face.
Just when he was sad, he had two faces.
He had that mean
He
face.
had the mean pug face.
Ariana was singing.
He had the mean pug face. You know how pugs be like, oh, I'm doing it. Y'all can't see it. Look. And then he had the happy, joyful face. Second of all, can we talk about Louis Farrakhan and Cicely Tyson and not aging? Can we talk about Louis Farrakhan living his best life? And can we talk about the Nation of Islam security that got more security than the Clintons? You know, I appreciated Louis Farrakhan up on that Diaz board. Diaz, am I saying that right?
I don't
on
know.
that pastor board. But and listening to Pastor, what's his name?
Jasper Williams.
Jasper Cooney Williams. We could have had Farrakhan gave a word.
Yeah, we could have.
I'd rather much hear, and you know, Farrakhan would have been testy and he would have talked about Trump, but I'd much rather heard a word from Farrakhan. For all of y'all who don't, I didn't realize so many blacks didn't understand the word in the ministry of Farrakhan. Yes, he is I almost said the king of NOI. He's the leader. I don't know what the official word is. Of the Nation of Islam. I shouldn't even, y'all might not even know what that NOI mean. And that's huge right in Detroit, right? Because it was founded there and all that stuff. So I feel like growing up, I always had a huge interaction with folks in the preachings of the NOI, although, you know, that's not always my ministries, because sometimes how they be talking about women and they place in 7 years and all that, I ain't down with that shit, right? But some of their preachings do be on point, especially when it comes to economic freedom and economic sustainability and community development. Like the Nation of Islam be on it. Like, and I was just surprised in seeing the reviews that so many people was like, I don't know much about Farrakhan. I think he's a bad guy. Nigga, what?
What?
Farrakhan, I want to just set the record straight. Farrakhan is not the enemy of the black community, and I encourage y'all all to go read up on him a little bit more and read up on him that aren't articles written by white people.
No.
Actually go to YouTube and just Google some of his speeches. Maybe our next episode I'll find my favorite Louis Farrakhan speech. But Farrakhan is a word, and the Nation of Islam do be a word. And Nation of Islam has held Detroit down for a very, very, very long time. But I don't know. That's just me. Anything else? Jasper, I don't know.
Tyler Perry. Before we get there, start with good. Tyler Perry gave a good remarks. I thought it was.
It touched Neron for some reason.
It was something about that. Like,
it touched Neron.
I hope that grieving is going to come, but I hope it just comes in waves.
That's a word.
I hope it comes in waves of happiness. I hope the waves of sorrow is quick. as low tide or something like that.
Yeah, it was something. It was something genuine about that, right? Because I think a lot of times the folks like, "Oh, I'm just so sorry for your loss," but after all this gone, right? Aretha's family is still going to be going through this mourning, right?
Right.
I think it was heartbroken to see when her nieces and nephews and stuff came up there and all that. Like, for us, we still talking about it, right? But this is going to go on for a long time for them,
Right.
and how do you navigate through that? I'm trying to see, is there anything?
And I
else?
think it's just begun because she ain't had no will, so.
I ain't heard no craziness from the family. Are you looking for that Farrakhan when he was talking to that man talking about America?
Yeah, I can't find
I
it.
think I did find it. When you talk about the pastor, why I look for that?
Fucking Jasper Williams. I don't even know where the fuck to begin with this motherfucker. First of all, I guess everybody was saying like, "Oh, he gonna be good because he did her father's funeral."
And you know what? I will step in and stand about that, right? So I went back and researched this pastor, right? Because he gave the eulogy at her father's one. And I went on YouTube and I actually listened to the one at the father's, and it was excellent, right? He was saving lives with that one, right? He was talking about being a soldier, for God, and knowing that your sojourn, I don't know if I'm saying that right. Your path is different, right? Everyone is serving God for their own particular way, and they don't have to look like nobody else is doing it, right? And some people might judge you based on your walk, but it has nothing to do with them. It's between you and God. Like, it was on point, right? Where I'm like, oh Lord, he done got more seasoned. He done got older, right? He really about to come up in here and show out. Then he came. Go ahead.
Black lives don't matter. We need to mentor these single mothers and all types of shit like that. But also not forgetting that Aretha Franklin is a single mother that had all those boys. Talking about women can't raise no damn boys in here. I was like, wait a minute.
It was a mess. It was a mess. Like,
and just all types of, I don't want to say homophobic, but just it was whack.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was whack. It was the worst part of the funeral, truthfully.
I agree. Actually, I found this Farrakhan piece. Let's do that a little positive before. Actually, let's finish ripping him apart. Then we'll let Farrakhan clean him up. But it was just, how do I go with this, right? As my grandma would say, that sermon wasn't saving no souls. Like, I just don't.
That sermon turned people away.
And that's that. We talk about the toxicity, am I saying that right? Of the black church and how folks aren't there. Like, that wasn't the place for that, right? I almost want to say, because everyone has the right to their own opinion, right? I don't think that's what I'm down in. If that's what he believes, he can believe that. But it just didn't seem
her
like
funeral
the
wasn't the
appropriate
point
place
for
to
it,
do.
though.
It seemed like, you know what? If he wanted to say that, you know where he could have said that at? Like
Nowhere.
during our Men's Day sermon.
Nowhere.
Like, if it's just him at his black men retreat or whatever he gonna do, right? And he trying to speak, that's where that maybe I'm trying to give him benefit of doubt.
I don't want to hear that shit at no men's retreat. Hell no.
It just didn't. And the sad part is hearing him say this. When I'm telling y'all, if y'all go listen to the sermon he gave at her father's funeral, you wouldn't even say these the same pastors.
Right.
Like,
Hell
you wouldn't
no.
even say they come from the same cloth.
Because as soon as he started talking about them single mothers can't raise no damn men, nigga, what the my mama was a single parent. What the fuck you saying?
And the thing is,
nigga,
it was so laid nicely out for him that he easily could have just said,
it was an easy lie.
yeah, this was like, and the thing is, it could have been quick. It was too long too. Like, this should have been like a 10-minute sermon, and he should have came in there, saved some lives, and got out.
You know who saved it for him?
Who?
Stevie Wonder.
Ooh, Stevie Wonder. Why did he play that harmonica with so much soul?
He let y'all niggas know.
And he said, "Black lives do matter. All lives matter, but black lives do matter. Thank you."
I don't know what he's talking about.
And then Jennifer Holliday closed it out and killed it, right? But it was just something. The culture, the elders are getting older, y'all, and just the culture. We gonna listen to this Farrakhan?
Yeah, how long is it?
Just like a minute and 30.
All right, what you got?
Let's see. Oh, near on phone taking long to load, honey. I don't. Is it?
Which is, if not the most corrupt nation in Africa, and it is, it could be the most corrupt nation in the world, Minister Farrakhan.
I'm giving you some context. So this is an interview with Mike Wallace on 60 Minutes, and Mike Wallace just told Farrakhan, I think he said like Nigeria or y'all don't come from me continent, some country in Africa is the most corrupt nation. I don't know, like in the globe, right? And because I guess the Nation of Islam was doing some type of support relief over there, and they asked him why he aligned himself for that. And Farrakhan's going in on his ass. And let me just I'm not gonna rewind it, but after he finished saying that, Farrakhan stood back in his seat and he has an all red suit with a black bow tie and some gazelles on and said, "Oh, Mr. Wallace, we'll pick back up."
Now, Mr. Wallace, it is the most corrupt nation that I have ever covered. I've been there 25 years ago, and I've been there as recently as last year. Fine. So what? 35 years old. That's what that nation is. Now, here's America, 226 years old. You love democracy, but there in Africa, you're trying to force these people into a system of government that you just have accepted. 30 years ago, black folk got the right to vote. You're not in any moral position to tell anybody how corrupt they are. You should be quiet and let those of us who know our people go there and help them get out of that condition. But America should keep her mouth shut wherever there's a corrupt regime, as much hell as America has raised on the earth. No, I will not allow America or you, Mr. Wallace, to condemn them as the most corrupt nation on earth when you have spilled the blood of human beings. Has Nigeria dropped an atomic bomb and killed people in Hiroshima and Nagasaki? Have they killed off millions of Native Americans? How dare you put yourself in that position as a moral judge? I think you should keep quiet, because with that much blood on America's hands, you have no right to speak. I will speak because I don't have that blood on my hand. Yes, there's corruption there. Yes, there's mismanagement of resources. Yes, there is abuse. There's abuse in every nation on earth, including this one. So let's not play holy to moralize on them. Let's help them. I'm not moralizing. I'm asking a question, and I got an answer. Why would you put it as the most corrupt regime in the world? That doesn't make sense. Can you think of one more corrupt? Yeah, I'm living in one.
And on that note, that is Louis Farrakhan. I encourage you all to get to know him. And he was doing it before it was cute to cuss out white people. He was doing it cute before these movements started, right? He was doing it before it was cute on Twitter to drag people. He was doing it cute before all these other folks did it. So for those of you, because I've seen a lot of folks talking a little down on Farrakhan and Nation of Islam. You know, like he said, all religions and followings got a little history to them, but don't forget. That's one of my favorite interviews with him.
Yeah, it is.
Did he read the hell out of him?
He surely did.
Just stop.
For filth.
Just stop. I can think. He said, can you think of another career? He just mollywopped that shit. Look, boop. I'm living in this one, bitch.
Motherfucker.
Y'all should see the white man face.
Oh my God.
I don't think they invited him back on 60 Minutes.
No. Oh my God.
Oh man. All right then, Miriam. Anything else about the funeral? Like, you know, it's culture.
No, it's culture.
Rest in peace, Queen.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
A couple other things before we get out of here.
Yeah.
Want to talk about Colin Kaepernick's Nike ad and how all these white folks are losing their
Child,
mind?
good for them. Be mad. Pick it. I don't care. I feel like, ain't this what they tell us?
Yep.
When they do an ad and we don't like it, and they be like, well, let them pick it. Be mad. That's fine.
Keep buying shit. Some of the things I didn't know about it, though. Like,
what?
So, Cap has been signed with Nike, like, since 2011.
Okay.
So, you know, he haven't been playing for, like, what, 2-3 years now. Mm-hmm. And he's still been signed with them. So
very smart move, Nike.
Still been getting those checks.
Nice move, Nike. I would, too. As much as Negroes like Nike, yeah, you should.
All right. So now they just renewed the contract, and the contract is dope.
Good.
So it's called like a wide endorsement deal.
Okay.
So he's going to have his own branded line of shoes, shirts, jerseys.
Smart business.
It's pretty much going to be like the Kaepernick apparel.
Smart
so it's going to be
business.
like LeBron's or Jordans or whatever.
I'll buy some caps.
I don't know if it's going to be big as Jordans, but like LeBron's or.
It depends how this lawsuit go.
Mm-hmm.
And depends on how this media go for this collusion.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Donald Trump told me. Collusion.
You buy some caps though?
Yep.
And the contract is a star deal. So it's on par with like high level NFL players. So it's like millions of dollars per year.
Good.
As well as he get royalties on the shit that he
Excellent.
sells.
I'm for it. I'll support it.
Yeah.
So, what the white people was just talking crazy.
Yeah, you know. I can't believe I had to choose my country over my favorite sport in the whole wide world, and I chose my country. Now I gotta choose between my favorite shoes and my country.
Well, if you need me, I'll be out buying Nikes.
Look, if y'all want to,
I'll be out buying some caps.
if y'all want to throw away some Nike shoes in a size
Please send it
15,
to us.
Jordans, LeBrons, or any other types of running shoes in
Yeah.
size 15 for Nike, please give them to me. And truth be told, I will destroy them myself.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen in a fire, but it's going to take a longer period for me to destroy them.
Yeah. Good for him.
Yeah.
Like, he's creating a whole movement around this, right?
Yeah.
And investing our money into it. Actually, I guess we can talk about it a little bit. I've been a little triggered, like, with all the football, and it's a lot of, like, especially black men watching a lot of football for me. It's way too many black men. It's not that you can't watch it, right? But can you watch it quietly?
Talking about in the depths of the night.
Like, can you just watch it quietly? Like, I'm just not interested. Like, I was triggered in a work email where coming off the long weekend, like, a black guy that works, and our team was like, it started off good, but then I got sad because my football team lost. Nigga. I wanted to be like, you're not even supposed to look at football. Like, what? Stop looking at them chase that ball like a dog. Like, I don't know. It's just, as time, I'm getting more and more over it. Like, one sport I've completely checked out on, it has been football, though. Like, you don't have to worry about me looking at a football game, supporting a football game, college, major, middle school, rugby, what's it called? Rec, tag football. So I hope none of my little babies that I know coming up play it. Because Aunt Nyambi won't be there. I'm just not for it, right? I'm a little bit more tolerable of baseball and basketball right now. But I've completely checked out on football. Like, I just have no tolerance for football. And I know that's my own stuff I'm working on. How do you feel about it? Am I being too harsh? Black Love listeners, am I being too harsh? Nirams, what's your thoughts?
No.
I've completely checked out.
As a ex-collegiate football player, I haven't watched football since I played football, actually. Like, I might watch the occasional Super Bowl or whatever, but
I ain't even interested in the Super Bowl no
being
more.
invested in, like, NFL, period,
No.
has not been my thing since I stopped playing football in college.
And I think now I have to be more vocal about it. So even if they bring it up at church, I'm sorry, not church, at work, I think I'm like, I don't support football because of the treatment they have for black men.
Yeah.
The lack of treatment they have for black men and black lives. I don't. And I'm going to see how many blank places I can. I think I just have to be a little bit more firmer.
Right. And I think
In
the
my
other
stance.
thing, the main thing, like, thinking about the NFL, like, yeah, that's cool, but I'm talking about football as an industry, period.
Yeah.
So, or just like college sports and
College sports is
NFL,
bad.
period. Because as being a, like I said, ex-collegiate athlete,
Yeah.
and the treatment that I had, and hell, this is in the 2000s. This wasn't even in,
Yeah.
currently.
I agree.
That I can't fuck with it.
That's something
I
I'm
don't
working
support
through.
it.
Yeah.
It's nothing they can do.
Yeah, that's something I'm working through on the college
Yeah.
end too. I don't think there's any college sport I can support. Like, it's not cute anymore. Like, it's not, from being a higher ed professional, right, to seeing them boys. And a lot of the excuse people use, like, well, if it wasn't for this opportunity, they would never be able to go to college. Niggas, they ain't going to college. They're playing this game, and then they're kicking their ass out
Right.
when they don't make the grade, and or giving them these non-existent ass degrees with no skills.
Exactly.
They're not going to college.
No.
So, yeah, I agree. I can't, right? And I even think as we're having kids, right, thinking about having kids, and we have friends who have, like, I have to, like, align what my support is. Right, that in my thoughts, right? So, how does this work if we have kids? And they were like, we want to play. Oh, Jesus. Whew, Mama Nyambi die inside. I don't know, right?
Right.
Parents, y'all need to help us out a little bit, like, in unpacking this and what to give. I think the privilege our kids have is that we're a little woke, right? So
Right.
we're not going to tolerate the bullshit, right? So if you're going to play, you're going to have to read as good as you can play too, right? It's a certain expectation there. So I think that's the privilege our kids and maybe our friends' kids have coming in around it, because I'm not going to go for the bullshit. But it's something about that I just can't support.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it's not. Football, absolutely not. College sport, I'm still teetering back and forth with, but I'm leaning towards no. I think this might be my last season. Actually, I never really went to or supported college sports, but I just didn't have an opinion on it.
Right.
But now I think this year my opinion is forming strong that college sports can kick rocks. And these big institutions, like, it's almost like, I think about it now, hindsight, like, shit, that's almost embarrassing. Right. I don't know. It's like, almost as a brown person to work at these universities, and the first thing they say when you work at the universities, oh, that's a good team. Right. I don't know. I'm working through it. Y'all tell us how you feel.
But also just thinking about that. So these students are putting their lives on
They
the
need to do it a
line.
minor league. Actually.
They're shortening their livelihoods, right?
Yeah.
For opportunity to go pro, but they got
They're
to
not
at
going
least
pro.
spend 2 years or a year and a half, or depending on what profession it is,
Getting knocked upside
at this
the head.
place and not getting paid.
Yeah.
And like some of these kids on like food stamps, going to have to go steal food, and like the rules of like the NCAA when it comes to that is so damn strict that you receive anything of any value,
Yeah.
your career is pretty much over.
Yeah. And you already know who that affects.
Mm-hmm.
Brown.
Right.
Black and brown, not the white boys, right?
Yeah.
And then even if you think about the flip side, look at the women's sport. You never see this much trouble in women's sports, right? Because they tell them, hey, bitch, you better have something to fall back onto, right? You know, it ain't just about playing. It's where the boys, they don't do it for. And it's hard. And football is a no for me. I'm forming my opinion on collegiate, and it looks like it's going to be a strong no for me.
Yeah.
But we're working there. You know, no shade to the folks that's doing it and everything, but, you know, sometimes you got to make a stand for something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All righty, Nerum, is that it, or what we doing?
Um,
We got a question, or are we wrapping it? Oh my goodness. What do we do? Do we answer the question, or do we briefly talk about love is and power? Do we do love is and power and then do the question next? Because the further we go along with love is and power, it's going to be bad.
Right.
Okay, yeah. So this is what we're going to do. We got a kitchen table talk question, but we're going to push that to Friday. And we're going to talk. We ain't forget about you, sis. We know you in a relationship with the hot dog eating Muslim. We're going to talk about that. What? You know how I feel about them hot dog eating Muslims. But anyhow, no shade, but shade. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. And it ain't even the fact that if you're Muslim, like, oh, I eat pork, and you honest and transparent about it. But it's the ones who be like, oh, I don't be eating pork, and then you go to the barbecue and they be like, oh, I only eat the organic pork. My nigga,
What?
that is not the same. You ain't never been around people like that. Well, maybe let me stop. Let me take the Muslim. Let me take the NOI out. Let me take the religion out of it. You know, people who be like, oh, I'm vegetarian, and I be like, oh. Shout out to Nia. I made some collard greens. Don't eat those. They got ham hocks and smoked turkey in it. And they're like, oh, I just pick it out. No,
No.
you're not vegetarian then. Because that's seeping in all types of
Right.
pig juice.
That's a ham hock,
That's what I'm saying.
an oxtail, and a neck bone.
Like, do you see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, that's what I'm talking about when I say hot dog eating Muslim. That's what I mean when I say those words. Or ham hock eating vegetarian.
Gotcha.
See? Nothing wrong if you do it, but it's the ownership of it, right?
Right.
So you should say, I prefer a plant-based diet. You're not. Okay, we're not doing this.
Love is.
Love
power.
is. I love Nuri. Yazir is a fuck nigga. I don't care what y'all I don't care. He's a fuck nigga at 30. He's a fuck nigga at 58. I know he was a fuck nigga at the end of the season finale when he got his backpack. First of all, what 60-year-old man got a backpack? Y'all see the episode he picked up his backpack and left Nuri on the couch. Go on then, nigga. Where you going? Home? Ain't going nowhere but home. That's what I told her. I ain't going nowhere but home.
Stupid.
That's how Nori's sweet though. She was like, oh no, his feelings are hurt. You need a Nyambi on the couch. See you at home, nigga.
What she do? Keep the ring?
Yes.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Well, it's this episode. We probably ain't gonna walk through it as
No,
logically
ain't.
as we normally do
'Cause
because it's been a
like
while.
It's like what, 3 weeks old now?
But the theme of this I got was proposals, blasts from the past, and keeping the ring.
Mm-hmm.
So it started off with old boy Derek in 90s timeline coming from New York and proposing to her with a thick ass Cartier ring. And I'm with Angela. Whew. Look, even Nori said, whew,
Woo. Jesus. God damn.
Jesus is a love song. That's what I heard.
Oh.
He is, Jesus is, when he put out that ring, right? And he was like, Nuri, I know I was on some fuck shit, but you the one, I love you, da 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 da. You done ran this little phase. I done had my phase. Let us be together. And Nuri, I love Yazir. Bitch. Because he came to the door while he was there. And then she was talking with her friend Angela talking about, and then he pulled a boss move. He pulled big dick energy.
What do you do?
I'm loving. Who started the read or the friend zone?
I don't know.
I don't know who started big dick energy, but I'm feeling that. I am feeling big dick energy. Could we get that on a shirt? No, probably not. That's probably inappropriate. BD energy. Could you use the BDE
BDE.
exclamation point?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, like he came to the house and Yazir pulled his Yazir shit like, oh, nice to meet you, I'm Yazir. He be killing me with that shit. Like when he be introducing himself to these niggas.
Yeah, come on
in. Like he about to have tea with him. We ain't about to have Trader Joe's cognac. We ain't about to have Trader Joe's cognac together, my nigga. What you doing, right? And then when Nori was like, all right, give me a minute. And then the big dick energy from New York was like, that's fine. You playing your little games, whatever. I'm in town for 3 more days. When you get your mind right, come holla at me. And then I thought that was a big dick energy for him to be like, I really don't care about this nigga here.
I don't give a
Send
fuck.
him home. Like, send him home.
I don't care what you do with him. But I'm in town for one night only.
And he did that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait. We got another episode. We're going to go. This is going to be a long episode. Can we talk about Love and Hip Hop
When?
today?
Oh, okay.
And how Tierra Marie and that motherfucker who talking about I invested in women. Whoa. Can you write that down so I don't forget? Because I want to come back to that nigga there. That ain't big. Don't confuse that. That ain't big dick energy.
Oh, what type of dick energy
We ain't
is
doing
that?
That's a he tried it energy. And so he did that and had this conversation and head onto the ring. And then I guess that's all that going on with Yazir is trying to find like his own spot and get out. And he found his space. And then Nori had Nyambi energy. And he found his place in the hood. And I almost said Nyambi. And Nori went there. And what'd she say? It was a little rough, honey. That was. He's like, but it's my own, Nori. It can be mine. I'm like, the nigga, the $500 you invested in here, nigga, you can get this to me, help me pay off my house. What? Too much? Am I thinking too logically?
No.
But what I want to say is, so first of all, Nair, before we go on to the next topic, how do you feel about that blast from the past?
People always got a little blast of the past.
And we can corner that blast of the past when Yazir went then to Ruby house and she was
Ruby's
with real
getting
dick
down
by some yoga expert who live in Oakland.
He was the one that saw to be
Getting them on. Yeah. And I'm not talking about little getting on. I'm talking about in the living room, someone come in and you don't stop doing it type stuff. And or you have a little couth when someone else comes, you just go in the back room, but you're still loud as hell. Like they on some college shit.
Didn't Yazir fight that nigga or something like that?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because he kept knocking on the door. He said, I'm about to go or say, do something. And
he was looking for his prayer rug, wasn't he?
Yeah, he said, go buy another one.
He was fucking on his prayer rug. Oh, nasty niggas.
That's disrespectful. But Yazir, look, with the Muslim teachers don't tell you to go whoop on ass. You can buy a new prayer rug or come back and get it dry cleaned. And that's when he started fighting, right? So so what do you think about both of those stories, right? So that's almost a fight that why was Yazir even fighting? Right? What was he fighting for? Do you know what I'm saying? Like what was the
I don't know. You feel a little bitter about it because you moving.
He moved on. He loved
you
Nuri.
leaving your ex chick for your next chick, but you still feel a little better. You still feel a little bitter when you see her getting dick down on the living room floor.
And she was living her best life.
You be like, damn, I used to do that.
But now you don't. So I have a little trouble connecting on where he's coming from with that. Like, so male energy, you just said, is a primal thing.
Right. Hell
I don't
yeah.
understand why he did that.
Can't nobody fuck her in front of me but me.
Watch this. Meanwhile, in her house, right? It's not like they were in a home they shared, right? You know what I'm saying? They selling a home. This is Ruby house. Ruby paid a cost to be the boss. If she want to get dick down on the kitchen counter, she can. That's nasty, but she can do that. Right? So I thought that was interesting. And then the guy to come back blasting. Have you ever had a partner or a relationship come back to you while like we were together or you with someone else and was like, I don't care what's going on?
No.
Really? I have.
Yeah,
I've had when we were in a relationship, probably like halfway through. Like I've had exes reach out and be like, "Yeah, I see you with this nigga, but and clarify, yeah, I see you, but I miss us." The sign that niggas give. I always be curious where that come from. And then after I said it, and I always send a short email or whatever it is. I always respond, and I tell you too, Nero. I think
sometimes.
What do you mean sometimes?
Oh, if not, you just told me on the podcast.
No, I think I have, right? Did I tell you the last one? I think the last one was like through Facebook, maybe. And that's been a while. I ain't been on Facebook, honey.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about? I think I show you. Because that shit can come back and bite you in the butt, right? Always. If you don't keep your partner in the loop, even if it's minor and you send a nice little cordial response, that shit come back and bite you. So, yeah, I've had that. And usually when I send a response, like, it didn't go radio silent. You know, it ain't never a response. All you see is red. Where'd that come from? So that was interesting. But what then surprised me is Nori then in Nori Things went and proposed to who?
Yazir.
Yeah. What's your thoughts? And he said what?
What did he say?
Proposed. He said yes. What the fuck you think he said?
Oh.
Yeah. Because remember he was mad at first. So she got mad because the story was the same and the words.
Yeah.
And, you know how Nori be. I'm like, nigga, you think it take time? He a writer. What you think? Duh. I would use some of my old shit too.
Right.
Nobody got time to keep recreating the wheel. How you know you didn't inspire it? Like, I don't know. I wouldn't
Right.
get mad at that. I'm just grateful he can read. What you say in the magazine? What they say, black man can't read?
I ain't say black man can't read. Say black man don't read.
Oh, I'm sorry.
There's a difference. Sorry and lazy.
So I've been grateful for that. I'm trying to see what else. So how do you feel about her proposing? It was very a Nori way, right?
It
Like I
wasn't
don't think
a
it was
Nori
like
way.
on the one knee or anything. But how do you feel about her? Like I think this is very heteronormative conversation we're having, right? Because I think other groups. I feel like are more wise, right, and more developed. Like the LBG community is much more wise and developed when it comes to us. I think it's just us hetero couples who be like, "Oh, is the man supposed to do it or woman supposed to do it?" And gender roles and what does that look like? How do you feel about that? Like I know this is a very heteronormative
No,
conversation.
the thing is, for me, is like love is love. So shit, you get to it before I do. Well, you just got to it before I do.
Yeah.
Shit. But I think I've never been about. That's just me being a gamma man. Like I've never been about like heteronormative normatives or
what is it?
heteronormative normatives or just following like the quote unquote traditional way.
Yeah.
So, everything I do, I always look at that type of thing.
I think our generation is definitely coming around to it. I think some of our older millennials are still holding on to the more. I don't know. I think I'm even navigate with it, right? Like. And I would consider myself really open and transparent to gender roles, but something about when that woman get on her knees.
What about it? Get on your nerves.
I'm just like, sis, get up. Like I think I like proposals, but not when it's done in the traditional way that men air quote are supposed to do it. Like so, when sis be like, "Oh, I'm gonna get on my one knee," and like I like it much more when it's more organic. Like almost like the way Nori did it, or like I don't know, like just as a black woman, we got to do so much. Now I got to get on my fucking knees and propose to this nigga.
If you want to, yeah.
I guess. And I know this is my own stuff I'm working through.
Shit, you want equality, equal rights.
I know. I'm processing in front of the whites. I'll be like, yeah, of course, everyone's free. Blah, blah,
Whatever
blah,
we can do, y'all
but
can do better.
yeah.
So shit, you probably can propose to me better than I could.
I know. I think I think my first time I was triggered by this was when Christy proposed to Jim Jones. Oh, Love and Hip Hop. And I was like, something here doesn't feel good. Something here doesn't feel like a win for us black women. It just didn't feel, and I still having trouble placing on it. And I think that was my first time I was ever triggered, like, because I never thought about it before. Like I was like, oh yeah, she even throughout the show when she's like, I'm gonna propose to him, I'm like, oh yeah, that's what's up. But as the show was unfolding, I was like, oh no, oh my God, this is bad. This is even the way he was looking, like bashful with the ring. It was just.
He had his hand out and shit.
It was just.
What's wrong with it, baby?
I don't know. I'm processing it. Y'all help me process it. I know we got some folks who study sociology and gender norms, marriage, family therapy. Help me. I know this is a walk that Nyambi has to go through, and I'm for it, right? Like that's the thing. Like I'm all for it. If you love him and you want to propose, do it, right? I'm not saying not to,
shit.
right? But I'm just telling you how Nyambi feels when I see it, and I think it's more so triggering when they get on the knee. I think I'm really good until they start bowing down and knees and.
What's triggering?
I don't know. Like every time they do it, I be like, I instantly turn to Jesse Jackson pug face. Y'all don't know what I mean. Jesse like he didn't even realize he was looking mean. Like, what's happening here? I don't know. So I'm working through that myself, but I'm happy for them. And it's very near Nuri and I think it does take a man to be secure enough for that too, right? I think it's both ways. And it's something that I'm going through and I'm unpacking myself, right? I have no rhyme or reason connecting to it. I don't believe in it. Like if you love that man, you want to propose, do it, right? But I'm just telling you, it's something in my spirit when I see it in play that I pause. I don't know. I just think black women, we just go through so much. Right? We just go through so much. Sometimes I just want us to be taken care of, I think honestly that might be just the unpacking of it, right? Because if I see a white woman post something, it don't do nothing to me, right? I'm like, well, good for y'all. Congratulations. Throw rice, right? But for a black woman, it's just, sometimes I just wanted her to be catered to, right? Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know. In both ways, even if I think about like in lesbian relationships. But the lesbian relationships I've seen, who proposals I've seen live happen, ain't nobody getting on knees and shit. Like, it's just so much more organic, right?
How else you want her to do? You want her to do
Stand.
it like Gucci Man and just put the ring out? Don't even say shit.
I mean, if we following the niggas. Okay, what else we gonna say? Keeping the ring. Oh, and that's at the end when Yazir picked up his backpack, because I guess Nori did a Nyambi and revealed to him that she still got the ring. That's a real nigga. Derek said, keep the ring. I said, thank you. Because if Derek was like my uncle's, he would just gave it to the next one. Oh my God. Oh my God. My uncle, I think I talked about this before. My dad gonna get mad at me. I got an uncle who like been married a few times. It to the point where his sister, my aunt, was like, do you think he just got a bunch of rings in his safe? How many rings do he got? And my other auntie, maybe he just reused them. And then my other auntie, that's why it's bad luck. It's not working. But why was he mad about her keeping that ring?
Because it was something about that. Because it was like, keep it just in case if you ever leave that nigga, just come to me with that ring and I know. And he's like, oh, so you just keeping the ring just in case? You didn't think we can work out?
Sentimental. They know how.
Ain't no damn sentimental.
He know how Nori is. Well, Nori better than me, because I would have cashed it in.
Ain't no damn sentimental.
I would have pawned it by now.
So you think we ain't gonna work out and you keeping it just in case, Nuri?
I have had things from previous relationships I've kept. I mean, ain't no ring, but them niggas can afford that. You haven't kept anything from previous relationships?
No.
What? Not one thing. A picture?
Nothing. Well,
that's what I'm saying. Like
my high school prom date. That was my girlfriend at the time.
Shut up now. But I've kept things from past relationships. I keep things from all relationships, though.
I think that picture was a mistake. I should have took that picture alone. But
that's a recommendation I'm going to give all to the babies who coming up. When you go to prom, take one solo and then take one with your date. Because you're going to look back at that motherfucker like, who's that nigga in there? Who is that? Or take one with your friends. Like, that's what I recommend. Like, if you don't just do a group picture in a solo picture.
Like, who is her?
I don't know. I don't think I think he blew it out of proportion for them being married over 20 years. And she stuck with him through his backpack phase and his Barnes and Noble phase. So she's not going anywhere. If she's going to leave at any time, was when he was working at that broke down ass bookstore.
Oh, hating ass man.
I'm just telling you the motherfucking truth.
His backpack phase and his Barnes and Noble's phase.
What? That's what I'm saying. I just think he can give a little bit more slack on that. I feel like he's very, and that might be his just energy, right? Mm-hmm. But I feel like he done some shit too, right? And Nori don't be getting up and wilding out and losing her mind, but that be him, right? You know, he done lied about kids, and
he ain't lied about no kids. He just ain't told her.
He wanted, shut up. He lied. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just not the same. So that's why I didn't even feed into that energy. Like, when he was walking out, I was like, bye, nigga. You'll be home. Where you going? Ruby married. Ruby really don't want you. Oh, can we talk about one last thing? Or did you have something else about that?
Nope.
Can we talk about his friend? I don't know his friend name. We'll call him Steven.
What about Steven?
Who say he's leaving everything behind to pursue what Yazir got, and that's nothing. Right? That's bold. It ain't nothing, y'all. No, I'm teasing. But you know what I'm saying? To like pursue his dreams. He's leaving his wife.
What's wrong with that?
He's leaving, nigga, a lot. He's leaving his wife, his kids, and his job, and his home, right? Mm-hmm. He's leaving his, forget the job, right? But he's leaving his home he's built. And it's not because he hate her, right? He doesn't, but he just don't feel fulfilled.
He's not fulfilled.
That's bold.
What was that movie we watched where he was like, I went to a middle level school, got a middle level degree to get a middle level job. Now I have a middle level life.
Whoa, Jesus, that was a good one. Yes.
Well,
and he was like, I can't do this no more.
Right. So that might have been Steven. He got all this middle level shit and it's just even kill.
Because it was just easy. It was just content.
So what you expect the nigga to do? Yeah. Leave her ass instead of cheating on her.
True. Oh, you thought I was gonna lead to cheating?
Yeah.
Niggas have no discipline.
Because if he's unfulfilled, yeah.
I mean, it's a lot of women who unfulfilled.
Well, they should leave
that ain't
too.
cheating too.
They should leave too.
Yeah.
What's going on?
I don't know. No. I was just processing that still, like, and what that means, and I don't know. It was interesting.
I think what he meant from that is that the passion that he has with Neri, the passion that he has with his goals, dreams of like being a writer for a TV show and all this other stuff, that is contagious.
Yeah.
And he don't have any of that. He just working at a bullshit job that he probably don't like.
Yeah.
With a baby mama that or a wife.
He kind of like. What was that?
Mama?
Yeah, what was that movie? I think it was the same movie that was talking about like versus love.
Mm-hmm.
Like, liking someone, like, what is it? It's like despite versus in spite of. Like, you like someone because of the things, they're good characteristics, right?
Mm-hmm.
You like someone because they're funny. You like someone because they're smart, they're witty, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
But you love someone despite the other shit. So despite they're a jackass, despite, you know what I'm saying? They only clean the toilet once a week. Like, despite those types, like, you know what I'm saying? It's that balance of, that's a word. I need to unpack that more. So you like someone because of positive things, right? And you love people despite the other stuff. And when those two don't outbalance each other, that's when you get in trouble.
Yeah.
Interesting. Anything else about Love It? It's great. It's a renewal for season 2. I'm excited.
Congrats.
We're gonna do Power.
It ain't nothing. Kanan dead. Tariq
Power was
dead.
underwhelming.
That
Womp,
season
womp.
finale was whack.
And y'all can talk about it as great all you want. That season finale was bad.
They only got one more season left.
Yeah. Womp womp. I'm not here for seeing Tariq come of age as Baby Ghost, as Casper. I'm not. I'm not here for
You
that.
are stupid.
What? I'm not foreseeing him.
I'm not here to see him as Casper.
I'm not here for that. Are you? I'm not here for this Tommy and Lala time. What am I saying?
I don't know what you're saying.
The
Where's the baby?
storyline.
Where is the little girl?
Yeah, maybe that's a better storyline.
Where's the little girl?
But like Tommy and Lala, and like we're gonna talk about how prejudiced white people is, and Lala only kind of black, like, you know what I'm saying, like, and they still don't even accept her. Like, not here for that. Is Ghost and Angela gonna get together? Then that leaves again the black woman. What that leave Nori with? That ain't Nori. What's her name? Tasha. I think Nori her real name.
Yeah.
Where that leave?
Where
that gonna leave Tasha? Cause her black scary ass man done ran off.
Silver got the fuck
He done
out.
ran off and did Teach for America, honey. I don't know what he's
they
doing.
say, if you afraid, go to church.
He went to church.
That nigga got the fuck out.
He went to somewhere.
Cleaned up everything.
So what is her storyline?
That nigga took MFLA and got the fuck out.
I mean, I'm appreciative that he didn't say anything, but I think him getting the fuck out of Dodge so quickly speaks enough volumes, right? Like, I don't know. Proctor snitching unnecessarily. So he come all these 5 seasons without opening his motherfucking mouth. And he wait to this point to be like, oh, Angela, I don't know. I was underwhelmed.
That's what I said.
Not that I won't be watching it when it comes back.
I will.
But I was underwhelmed. I wasn't here for any of it.
Mm-mm.
Like, is there anyone you're excited about? I mean, is Kanan gonna come back from the dead again?
No, I think Kanan's gone this time.
Oh, okay. I just don't know.
Even though Kanan is a Freddy Krueger motherfucker.
Yeah, and
but that makes me sad because I was looking forward to seeing Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, can he come back? I'm actually losing interest in Tommy because the closer he's surrounded by his white brethren, he becomes more aligned with the white brethren. His white privilege is showing more and more every day, isn't it? Can we talk about Tommy and white privilege and how he forgot he had it and now he's embracing it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because, he's been around niggas so long.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, his white privilege stuff is really weighing on me. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about, maybe I need to rewatch the last episode. I was a little drowsy. So maybe I missed some key points. But y'all let me know if I missed a key point. But I'm not here for any of it. What happened to Dre? Did he die?
No, he got caught up in the police.
Yeah, he'll be out. Because the whatchamacallit gonna be out. The Mexican Mafia, whoever it is, they'll be out. Over it. Anything else? No. Love and freaking hip hops.
What you got?
Love and Hip Hop LA has out. Mona Scott Young, you've outdid yourself, queen. When all the other shows let me down, I can
Mona holds
tune
it
on
down.
to Monday nights with Love and Hip Hop, and you're right there. Where do I begin? Let's start with Oak Bar and Tierra Marie. But Tierra Marie manifested this for herself.
Oh.
What's the song she came out with? I Ain't Have No Daddy.
Mm-hmm.
When I was growing up. That's why what?
I don't know.
She wild and don't give a fuck. Second of all, she's manifested this. What was her other hit single? Sponsor.
I don't know.
I'm looking for a sponsor. I pull receipts on me on this. I wanted to say that's one of her top 10 hits.
Oh.
Sponsor. So Tierra Marie has manifested this nigga in her life. Where do you begin with the nosy ass friends who's overstepping? Do you be grateful for them or cuss them out? Because I don't know if I'd be comfortable with my friends, but like, yeah, I know you was dating him and I told you I was cool with him, but yeah, you still went above and beyond and set up a meeting with his alleged girlfriend without me knowing. Like, it wasn't even like, bitch, I don't care. I'm doing this. They went behind and did the whole investigation. So what they did, Paris, the thicker black girl, and then Nikki one that looks kind of like a pseudo Kardashian, went and set up a meeting with this girl, lied, whatever, said they want to do a deal. They didn't, but just asked about this nigga. Girl admitted like, yeah, that's my husband. We together for 6 years. I love him. And they was like, oh, and he was like, yeah, and he got another girlfriend. So they set up a meeting, and of course they went to Tierra. Like, girl, did you know this?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this the devil. This is the Lord trying to get me to shut up because they know it's going bad. So she was like, all right, well, let's go over his house. See, this is how I know who real friends. Paris, the thicker girl, is a friend. What the Kardashians said, girl, I can't have time for getting my injections moved around because it's going to be shaking tables there. She said, I ain't getting my weave ripped out. I'm not getting my booty implant shifted around. I don't have time for it. They went over there and Oak Bar, and I should have known one because his woman already co-signed this.
Mm-hmm.
And two, he got funny eyes. And what did we tell y'all about niggas with what?
Funny eyes.
They do funny things. And so both of these women's out there, you got the first sister wife, who's the queen of the sister wives, and then you got sister wife lieutenant number 2. And they told Tierra, you can be a part of the team, but you're going to be the third one.
Right.
You got to be, so it's the captain, lieutenant, and I guess you the first one on safety patrol.
You capo.
And then the Tierra was like, oh, Bar, if I'm going to be with you, you know, you got to promise I'm the only one. And this what this nigga started. Well, you see, I sponsor women. What the fuck does that mean? Tierra, as soon as he said that, you should have said thank you and left. Like, it's no explanation. If a nigga just telling me he's a sponsor, what he does, he sponsor women. For what? As a job? As a hobby? For what? What does that mean? Are you sending bitches to college? Like, what are we doing here? Trades? Mentorship? What are you doing? What is this, Tierra Marie?
Sponsor.
Is this the course? She manifested this herself. Oh, it's this Gucci. Nero, we're not listening to this whole song.
Oh, I forgot Gucci was on here.
So what, Nero, how do you feel about this?
Her ass should have left.
What?
She
And then all that fight and pursuit. What's
two
wrong?
things. She could decide to be a sister wife with them.
Yes, which is not wrong, but you have to decide. 'Cause
Right.
that's one thing I will give him, right? Looks like all these women
Ooh.
are very aware of what's going on, but
And
he
okay with
lied.
it.
Yeah, right, and that's nothing wrong with they're aware. But he did lie to Tierra Marie, unless she lying about knowing, honey. I don't know, but by her not knowing, that is a fucking problem.
Yeah.
And she's still steady talking about, is it gonna be me? Bitch, obviously not. You're third in place.
You third in places this nigga married.
What you? I ain't never seen. I wouldn't know what to do if nigga. That's very continental black shit. I've had actually one continental black man come to me and ask me what I consider like being on his, like, I don't know how to phrase the way he phrased
Oh.
it, but it was on some of the
On his
sponsorship.
team.
Yeah, but he was like, well, you'll be number one.
You'll be number
What?
one.
So I gotta raise these bitches? No. Like, it's very, I don't like how they showing polygamous relationships in this light, because they make it look real negative, because they work for some people, right? But everybody got to know what's going on. But when I seen it, I was done. What else I seen was done. What's going on with Ray J messy ass in Lyrica, in A1, and Lyrica got this baby, in A1 family losing their motherfucking mind, like. They ain't in Safari.
Is this Safari's baby or
It
what?
came with shit. Don't do that. It's not. It is A1 baby, and that baby gonna come out with blonde hair too.
Oh, and pearls. Stupid. Stupid.
What is it?
But what if it is Safari's baby?
It can't be. I am not claiming that.
But it could, though.
It is not. No, because are we going to get? Did Safari really sleep? I don't know. And then what Ray J messy ass do? Ray J need to be worried about Brandy and Miss Norwood and Sonia. And he gonna talk about, well, I'm gonna invite Safari to come so we can clear the energy. And I'm Princess. Hey nigga, we barely holding on. You got bitches in the background
Right.
taking showers, using my loofah. And you worried about what Lyrica and them doing.
Not your favorite loofah.
My loofah.
Using up all the Dr.
How
Bonner.
messy was that? Using my Dr. How and Lush. How messy was that?
Very much.
And then how A1 is gonna have a nervous breakdown.
He is. Oh, I can't wait.
He's gonna have a nervous breakdown.
The way that nigga scaled that table.
He showed his Oklahoma. Because remember, his family said, you Hollywood. He won Hollywood when he scaled that table, honey.
God damn.
And
How he
Safari
did that
was
from
not
sitting
moving
down?
quickly. Safari was not
How
moving
he
quickly.
do it?
Safari almost got them hands.
What type of calisthenics you got to do to go from
He
sitting?
jumped and crawled like a character from Mortal Kombat.
But he was sitting under the table, though.
When someone said that to you about me, what'd you do?
I'm flipping the table on their ass. I'm not jumping shit. What, who
Like, that's
was
a
that?
disrespectful statement.
K. Michelle. that
She
flipped the
she
table?
shaked the tables.
It was somebody.
It
that
was the basketball wives. They flipped tables.
I'm flipping the goddamn table on his ass.
So like I see it in his, like, this is how I know they ain't playing. Like I see the anger in his eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like I see the anger in his eyes. So that just worried me. And then Lyrica like, I don't know. We gonna tell the truth. I would love to be the black people who was at the Mexican restaurant eating tacos
No.
while this is all unfolding.
No, because Naomi, near, don't look. I'm over here looking with my mouth wide open. Damn. Near, stop looking. Stop looking.
Look at that dude. Anything else going? Rockstar. I don't know. Rockstar is a character. He's
is.
problematic though.
Very much so.
Like the way he be teased, like that ain't. I don't know. That one.
That song was bad.
It was bad, but then he ain't had to geek it up talking about I pay people to be here. Like if the song was bad and her singing, that's something you should have said to her. Like as a producer, there's no integrity there. You don't be like, well, this don't sound the best, and there's only so much I can. I'm happy to do it, but I just need to let you know this don't sound the best. You might want to get some singing lessons and then come back and utilize this 20,000 to the best of his ability. But like that's not in the integrity Hall of Fame when it comes to producing.
I guess not.
And that mama knew. She said, "This some bullshit."
Some bullshit. You can rest my money back.
Rockstar's problematic. Can we also talk about Paris? I like her, but is she playing too much into the big girl funny stereotype, or is that just me triggered?
I don't know.
I think she's playing into it a little. I'm gonna see how more episodes because we're still early in the season, right? Mm-hmm. But I would like to see a more complex her unpacking, right? I would like to see everything not a joke.
Well, you know, she's still trying to get her peach.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, this ain't a peach, but
Oh.
yeah, she's still trying to earn her keep.
Right. She's still like a friend of a show.
I get it. Like that's why I'm letting it slide. I'm just putting it out there for the Black love community. Is she doing a little too much of the? What is the word for this? Like, oh, I'm the big friend, so I got to be loud. I got to do this. Like,
Jolly fat friend.
yeah, she's too much of the jolly fat friend. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know. It still might be early in the episode. She got unjolly when that girl hit onto her weave, though. Like,
Hell yeah. Shit.
she came up out herself, as James Brown would say.
You'll be unjolly too.
I'll be unjolly too. I'm still waiting to unpack that. I'm not ready to fully put a full statement on that yet. But I've just been noticing like every scene she in is like a constant joke. But or also I don't know if that's her career either. Mm-hmm. Right. And I say that like if you're not a natural, like if you not a natural comedian, but if you don't want to be a comedian, that's not the space you want to be in, performer. Right. Mm. But you know, like almost what do she want to do? What do she do?
I don't know.
I
She
guess
was
be on
like,
the show, honey.
She was like K. Michelle's assistant or something like
That's
that.
right, because she stole that money, that Uber ride.
Yeah.
Kay is messy too, though. She should have really kept that secret between Safari, though. And usually I kind of listen to Kay. Like, I could tolerate K. Michelle, right? But I ain't like, she making that a little messier. And she really blowing up these ass implants. Mm-hmm. Since we get it.
We get it. You got the silicone.
We got it out. We got it.
Your booty is leaking.
And what's wrong with the other couple who, what's her name? Brooke
Valentine.
She's
It's about to be a...
She's on the watch. She's on the Sick and Shut In when she planned that fake wedding, and the old boy still proposed to her. I think I would have put that back in my pocket. I had to rethink some shit. I'm like, we ain't getting married now. Who does that?
He did it.
No, I'm talking about her. Who just plans a wedding and don't tell nobody they get married, including the groom?
Hey.
No. That's crazy.
Nah, because if a man would have did it, y'all would have been all over it. Oh, he just loved me so much.
The thing is, if the man do it, we already gonna know have a hint y'all did it.
Oh, whatever.
Oh, never mind. I almost bring it back to Joe Button and Tahiri when she turned him down in Times Square. Y'all remember that? So my feelings was hurt a little. He was like, Tahiri, will you marry me? And she said no and walked away. He stood there for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Y'all remember that episode?
Yes.
Shout out. I could tease him. Shout out to Joe Button because he winning.
He is.
He's winning. So we can laugh about that now. If he wasn't winning, I wouldn't laugh about it.
Yeah, you would.
No, I wouldn't.
Yes,
Him and
you
Sin
would.
Santana and that cute baby and all that money and them sponsors.
Mm-hmm.
He winning.
Yes.
Alrighty. Anything else now?
Nope, that is it.
Oh, it's good to be back. This was a long one, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. Who closed? I'm tired.
Oh,
Go
well,
ahead.
as always,
Come on.
to submit your Black Love story, go to blacklovematters.com. To submit a question for Kitchen Table Talk, shoot us an email at blacklovematters@gmail.com. That's Black Love with no K. Until we come about anything that we talked about, head on over to the website. That's blacklovematters.com. That's Black with no K. We also got that voicemail. That's at 508-784-1111. That's 508-784-1111. Talk to y'all later. And remember,
Love is ever evolving. Peace.
Peace.